easy with the pen, I'm learning life. My face is divine, words is fire in perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning lines, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Active while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Yes, guys. Yes, people. Big up everybody that's locked in. Like, subscribe. Let me know what everybody's saying. We got over 100 of you guys in here already. We are back. Back up on the algorithm. You love to see it. Let me know what everyone's saying down in the comment section below. We got a lot to get into in today's stream. First off, we won a game. We won a Premier League game. First time since the clocks went back that we've ended a Premier League game with 3 points. Good performance in the first half. I do think we need to have a bit of a conversation about the second half performance, but I want to try and be positive on today's stream because it's been a while since we've won. It's been a while since we've kept a clean sheet. It's been the most convincing performance I've seen in a while as well, and long may it continue. I feel a little bit more confident for the Forest game after that performance. We'll get into all of that. We'll also talk about all the transfer news. Enzo Fernandez, potentially we could be activating the release clause. Didn't expect that, but I can't lie, for a player of Enzo Fernandez's quality, if we get him, and if we get him on one of those 6 years death row contracts, I'm down for it. I'm down for it, but we'll delve into that. I think there's talks on new right backs, obviously with the Reece James injury. That is probably going to be the only downer of today's stream. You will delve into all of that in today's video, and yeah, let me know what everyone's saying. Big up everybody that's locked in. We got over 150 of you guys in here. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, hit the bell notification button, and let's see what everyone's saying. I wonder how long it's going to take before people demand apologies from me. Oh, Havertz and Mount scored. You're in the mud, son. You need to write a 5,000 word written apology, because they've had one game. I can't wait till I see how many of them pop up. Good performances, though. Very good performances. That was Havertz's best performance this season. I did see patterns of play as well in the way that we were playing. We were trying to play the ball down the right-hand side a lot more. We were trying to feed the ball into Havertz with whipped-in crosses, and it was working. It was working. I'm a bit worried with the Reece James injury now, because as soon as he came off the pitch, we just fell the fuck off. And we were already a little bit sloppy after the second goal, but it just got a little bit worse after that. Thankfully, we were playing Bournemouth, and Bournemouth stink. They were absolutely terrible. They were good at progressing play, but in the final third, zero end product, poor decision-making, poor finishing. I hate to say it, maybe a top 10 side makes us pay for that second half, but it's still the early stages under Graham Potter. There are going to be little holes. It was positive. It was confidence building. And I want to see Chelsea build up on that a little bit more. But let me go into the rest of the comments. I haven't even read what you guys are saying. Big up, everyone. Like, subscribe. If you want to guarantee your comment gets read out, as always, hit the super chat. And yeah, let's see what everyone's saying. Let's see what everyone's saying. Big up, Dylan. Big up, .44. Reece James out for 3 weeks. I saw 3 to 4 weeks. And part of me is worried that's just going to mean it's going to be more than that. Him being out of the City and Liverpool games is literally gut-wrenching. I think any remaining hope I had for those fixtures has probably gone in the bin. But you never know. A few good performances. If I start to see more players turn up, if I start to see consistent performances from our attackers and from our midfield, you never know what could happen. You never know what could happen. Premier League is back, but so is the Reece James injury. We couldn't even get a full 90, bro. We couldn't even get a full 90. I'm in pain, man. We're all suffering. We're all suffering. Enzo in and my idol heading out. Sounds too good to be true. Has to be a catch. Could be Jorginho leaving. Those Newcastle rumours are only getting stronger. And I'm surprised by that, because I got Bruno Guimaraes, and I'd have Bruno Guimaraes over Jorginho. I think a lot of people would. But if they're in for him, and it means we can actually get some money out of the player, do it. Do it. I don't mind. Especially if Enzo Fernandez is coming in. That is an upgrade upon levels on levels on levels. That would be brilliant. That would be absolutely brilliant. Arjan says, would you stick with the same lineup for our next game? Well, with the Reece James injury, of course. Yeah. I'd maybe take Koulibaly out and put Chalobah in, because Koulibaly was a bit sloppy. Other than that, I don't think I'd make any changes. The front four were good. The midfield was good. Did fall off in the second half a little bit. So can't pick that up right now. Yeah, the midfield was a bit sloppy in the second half, but I wouldn't really change too much. And I feel like we need to stick to a select team as well, and we need to let them gel together and potentially improve as a group. So we need to just pick an 11, stick with it for a couple games, and see how it grows. I was saying I wanted to see Aubameyang up top. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Aubameyang start the Forest game after that game. Havertz was good enough for another start. I'd be surprised if he gets benched after that. So, yeah, I wouldn't really make too many changes. Oh, I wouldn't. Yeah, big up OG, big up Big Ron, JB, big up yourself, bro. Enzo still feels mad unrealistic, but with Bowley, that's the vibes I've got. I would be surprised if we paid that much, but I mean, Bowley's shocked me enough the last 6 months. If he wants to do it, I ain't saying a word. I ain't going to complain too much. Enzo Fernandez is worth that, especially if we keep him on a long-term contract. I'd be fine with that. Chelsea want McAllister too. I haven't really heard anything recently about him, but I'll have a little check. Shit, I'm very far behind on the comments. Big up Fraser. We didn't change the intro. I will do that soon when I get a bit of time. Have you got Badiashile might cost close to 50 million? What, is that with incentives or just as a base fee? I'll have to see. I have to look deeper into that. I hope not. I hope not. Hey, here we go. Here we go. Mason Mount and Havertz haters, sit down. You're in the mud after 90 minutes. Even though, to be honest, it was like a good first half and then everybody dipped. But yeah, there aren't going to be any apologies. Everything I said before. But continue to play well, continue to ball out, and the praise will continue. All I want is for you to play like that again, and then do it 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 again. And then, you know what? Maybe we'll have a long-term conversation. One game against Bournemouth isn't going to change too much in terms of my long-term opinions, but it was a very good performance. Very good performance, and I want to see a lot more of that from them. Havertz goal and assist, Mount pre-assist and the goal. Brilliant performances from them, and it was good to see them have some impact. Really good. Now, like Senegalese Maldini said, I want consistency. Give me consistency. Give me that performance again and again. Because when City rock up to the bridge next week, I want to know who turns up. It doesn't even have to be you have to score, you have to assist. If we lose to City, it's Manchester City. But I want to see who turns up. I want to see who stands up and who's accounted for. And then the same thing with Forest, Palace after that. Then we got Liverpool. Obviously, we got City in the cup as well, but we're probably just going to rotate heavily for that. But I want to see consistency. I'm not jumping to conclusions off one game. But if you do this for 5 or 6 games, maybe a bit more, maybe we can have a conversation. Maybe we can. But yeah, brother, I am not apologizing for shit. I am not apologizing for a single thing. But big up yourself. What else is everyone saying? You guys have agenda against Mount and Havertz. They're our best. Oh, someone give me a fucking Zubi. Can't be bothered. Enzo to Chelsea soon. We need if we get an Ornstein dagger, that's when like I fully believe everything. Right now it's like Nizarkin, Seller, and a few other sources, and I mean it sounds positive, but I need to see how it progresses. Plus, there are other clubs interested in him too. So it's not like Chelsea are just front and only runners for the player. But if we sign the release clause and he wants to come, let's go. Let's go. Jester said, I got beef. Well, hey, if you're hopping on later, let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion. Big up yourself, President Jafar. Big up Sage, Texas Blue. Tebe says Liao is tweaking on the Reece James's tweet. I didn't know when they got so close, but hey, if Reece James reels Liao into the bridge, let's go. Next season's going to be saucy. But I don't want to jump to conclusions off it. Not yet. Not yet. Fair play to Mount, Havertz, and Sterling for doing a decent job. I still expect more. Yeah, I just want to see more. Just want to see more. Because I feel like everybody dipped off in that second half. And I'm not going to pinpoint people. I do, actually, no, tell a lie. I do think there was some sloppy passes from Jorginho and Zakaria in the second half. But I want to see a little bit more. Just give me more consistency. Bed into your roles a little bit more. We might start playing a bit better. Was the atmosphere as good in did it sound good on TV? I thought we were terrible. I thought we were so shit. But fair enough. If we sounded good on TV, I'll take it. But I didn't think we were good at all. Saw both. Yeah, I agree with that as well. I think the second half we really dropped off a bit. Obviously, it's Reece James' tax. As soon as he's not on the pitch, we look completely different. But we were a bit sloppy after the second goal too. I feel like we just took our foot off the gas pedal a little bit when we really could have killed Bournemouth off. They were there for the taking, but we let them grow in a little bit more confidence. Thankfully, their finishing was shit. Thankfully. David, I was wrong on that. I don't think he was invisible. I do think he was the least effective out of all of our attackers, but I don't think he was invisible. And he was unlucky not to get the goal as well, because I initially thought that was a dive. Turns out it wasn't a dive. It wasn't even a foul. It should have just been given as a goal. So Pulisic got robbed of a goal. And yeah, I thought his dribbles were good. His decision-making let him down a couple times. I thought he over-dribbled a little bit, but to say he was invisible was wrong. So I will hold that one up. That was my bad. But I do think he was the least effective out of all the attackers. Hey, Money Mace, back your players, man. Back your players, because if you were criticising Mount and Havertz, you'd be crying. Come on, man. Back your players. Let's dive in. I'm ready to talk about Zakaria. He looked really good. And having that presence in the squad was so good for our midfield and our attack in general. Really good tackles. I thought he had some good presence in the attacking box as well. Seemed to find himself in some good positions. He just needs a little bit more composure. But that will come with more game time. Did feel like his passes were a little bit sloppy at times, but they didn't lead to anything, so I won't jump into it too much. I do want to be a bit more positive on today's stream. But yeah, some areas to improve, but it was an overall optimistic performance from him. Man said he upped his transfer value for January. Hey, just keep playing well, man. Just keep playing well. I'm not going to say too much negative after a performance like that. Just please keep it up. I can't be bothered for a false dawn, because we've had like 7, 8 of them. But hey, suddenly he's now a 9, even though I was told he was a 10 a month ago. But whatever, I don't care. Find whatever position you want, as long as he's effective in it. Just keep being effective. Jorginho to Newcastle, says President Jafar. They're getting stronger. The links are getting stronger. If Newcastle want him and they play a decent amount, take him. Take him. And that's fine by us, but we do need to go for 2 DMs if that's the case. So we've got to play that one back, but we'll see. I'll watch your watch along an interview on Chelsea Fan TV. That's why I'm glad Chelsea are back. I know we're not good. There came a time where I missed my team play. Hey, we all missed Chelsea at least a little bit, even though we were a little bit shook for this game too. But now I feel a bit more confident. We should be beating Forest. City is City. Whatever happens, happens. Palace we should be beating. Liverpool away, God knows. But I feel a little bit more optimistic. Unfortunately, we have to depend on these bums, Kai and Mount, if they're going to come. Hey, it's up to them. Keep applying yourself. I'm not going to slander too much because they played well. But I want to see more. I want to see a lot more. Give me better performances. Give me more consistent performances. And I think a lot of the fan base are going to start to regain faith in these players. But we need to see consistency. Mount and Havertz man of the match performances, Lewis. Who would have thought that? I don't know. I don't even know, man. To be honest, people might bug out when I say it. I think Thiago Silva was my man of the match. But Mount and Havertz are up there just as well. They are up there just as well. But to me, it was Silva. Because Silva was saving us in that second half. So many key blocks left, right, and centre when everybody fell asleep. He was the only one keeping us in the balance. So I would have gone for Thiago Silva, but I understand why Havertz or Mount would have won because they were both influential in both goals. So it is what it is. Fabrizio tweet about Felix. All right, what's he saying? Please tell me this is an actual update. Please. Simeone to João Felix, we have a good working relationship. He's important to the team. If he transmits to us what we saw at the World Cup, he will be very important. He has talent and the team needs his qualities. Oh, I'm not surprised if Simeone wants to keep Felix. He's that only little shred of creativity, but whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, happens. I can't speak too much on that one. Harrison, already should have done it earlier. That's my bad. You're a regular on here. But big up, bro. Big up, Trevor. Big up, my guy. Appreciate you as well, bro. Hope you've had a good Christmas. Man said Driblich is back. Fucking hell, man. Give him a bit more game time, though, and maybe he'll start making bad decisions. It's the same energy for Zakaria. Like I said, Pulisic needs a run of games to build himself into form, the same way we've given Mount and Havertz, and the same energy applies. I do need to see a better performance against Forest, though. I need to see him be a little bit more incisive, because if the decision-making is still an issue, I wouldn't really start him against City. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. After seeing that goal against Bournemouth, I think we can all agree that my idol deserves 500k a week. No, we're not doing that. I don't even know which idol you're talking about, but we move. Johnny said, bro, my mentions were a mess yesterday. But it's fine. I ain't letting player stands ruin my mood. Like, I've watched my club win a league game for the first time in about 2 months. I am not listening to stands telling me, oh, you're in the mud. You can't enjoy this. The 2 players you hate the most have scored. Apparently, I hate players, but whatever. But I don't care. I'm not letting them ruin my mood. My team is winning. I'm in a good place. I don't give a fuck who scores. I care about who plays consistently. Keep it up. Just keep it up. Because also, if I see a stinker against Forest, I'm back up. I'm coming back. And I'm coming for a lot of people. All I want to see is consistent performances and bun any stan trying to ruin the mood of anyone who wants to try and enjoy a victory for their club. I am not listening to it. Not listening to it. Johnny stands have blood. Big up Johnny anyway, but his stands can suck out. I don't care. I went hiding after Pepsi humbled my Croatian Zidane during World Cup. Looks like I have to go back. You ain't got to go anywhere, bro. Stick out here with your chest. You ain't got to do nothing. I told you, Havertz, brother, it's one game. It is one game against a shit Bournemouth side. Let's just play more consistently before you start whipping out receipts. Like, come on, man. One game. No one was speaking. Yeah, Sterling was cooking in the first half. Second half, I thought his decision-making let himself down a lot. But the first half, he looked really good. And I think there's a base to build with that whole front four. Like Mount, Havertz, Pulisic, Sterling. I want to see how they perform after a run of games. Because I saw promise from a lot of them. Now I just want to see it over a full 90 minutes. And then I want to see it over consistent games. Oh, yeah, I need to see this as well. Big up Henrik. With the latest setback for Reece James, I've been told the club have pushed forward these plans for January. Names are being looked at include Malo Gusto, Pedro Porro, and Josip Juranovic. I hope we were going to drop an 8 million bid for him, because now we're in a rush for a right back, and it's about fucking time too, because we can't just be rushing Reece James back from injury. I don't even know if we're rushing him back, but Reece James's trainer posting this after the game, and I don't know if you can read it, but it says, I need to bite my tongue despite having a lot to say. It implies a lot, but if Reece James was not near 100% fit, we should not have put him near that pitch. I don't care how badly we would have played. I would have understood if Reece James wasn't at 100%. But we can't keep rushing him back if that's the case. If he's out for 3 to 4 weeks, however long it takes, I don't care. But we have this guy for 6 years. we can't take the piss with him now. Because if he ends up being a failed wonder kid or someone who's just in and out of the injury table, we ain't getting rid. So, yeah, we need to protect him, man. And we need to get adequate depth for him too. I heard Dumfries' name come into the list again. Do not bring him. Do not bring him. He's a tournament man. Inter Milan fans take the fucking piss out of that guy. They call him Brick Freeze. I'm not here for that. I'm here for someone who can bring adequate replacement for Reece James and not a complete golfing class. So, yeah, I'm not really sold on that. But the other names I'll do a bit more research into. Only Chelsea can get gassed over Bournemouth. The standards, man. Kai, I agree. That's why I'm happy with the performance. It was confidence building. But that's it. That's it. I need to see a lot more. Especially after that second half. Because that second half was not good. I need to see a better second half performance. We'll see. We'll see. But I agree with what you're saying. Some people are getting a bit too gassed over it. But we haven't won in a while, so I'm not too shocked. Do you not want Rice, Lewis? I don't mind Rice, but I'd rather Enzo. I think Enzo's already better and has a higher ceiling. So, yeah. All depends. Suddenly Havertz is back after a goal against Bournemouth. That's what I'm saying. I want to have a conversation after 5-6 games. Give me 5-6 games and we'll talk. At least we can all agree that Zorro is true. Aubameyang played like 5 minutes. Bro, you say I have agendas. Your agenda reeks, bruv. Absolutely reeks. Because people won't like it. Aubameyang would have done the same thing. The exact same thing if he started. So, I am not here slandering Aubameyang. Aubameyang looks like a bum because the guys that you prop aren't giving him enough chances when he's on the pitch. But we move. Hey, Lewis dunking on my idol and this early in the stream. Nah, he has to go. I can't be arsed, bro. But big up, big up. Yeah, Dylan, the atmosphere stunk. It was terrible. Where's the match vlog? It's up on the channel. Should be up on the channel, bro. We got over 400 of you lot in here. Please tell me we haven't even got 100 likes. Come on, guys. It stinks. Hit the like button, people, please. For me, at least. In the Christmas spirit, even if it is a bit late. Graham Pulis treating Reece James like a new toy at Christmas. Immediately playing him hard and breaking him. Aye, but when Tuchel did the same thing, no one said nothing. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. Big trouble. Would you take Sergio? No, I would not take Dest. I'm good. Finally, Lewis is positive. I'm optimistic. I'm just trying to be positive. Because it's our first win. I don't want to focus too much on the negatives. But in terms of performance, second half, man, it weren't great. It weren't great. But, hey, we might grow and get better. We might get better. Silva creating more than the so-called brain of the team, but he did make the odd mistake. Not going to lie. I think everyone had like one or two errors. But I think Silva was still the one that was saving us in that second half. Lewis, I told you about Gusto months ago, and now we're linked with him. My numbers formula works, bro. Thanks so much. That's why, bro, if you tell me you rate a player, I'm looking more into that player. Because I like your takes. I like your takes a lot. Big up yourself, Khalib. Pendy is done. So we getting a new keeper or what? Probably. I feel like we're getting a player in basically every position except left back. So we might be. You are. Big up yourself, Daniel, my guy. Hope you've had a good Christmas, my friend. And also, Shannon, if you don't like it, fuck off. Leave my stream. I don't care. I will say what I please on my platform. I don't care. If you don't like it, there's on the top right-hand button, there is an X. Press it. It will help you out a lot, my friend. It will help you out a lot. What else does everyone say? And no, I don't hate them. You don't know me and you don't live in my head. So please don't make assumptions. And again, if you don't like what I'm saying, press that little X button or see that door that's next to your room. Walk out of it, Walk out of your house and find something better to do with your day, innit? But big up for at least being in here. Hit the like button or the dislike button or dip. I don't give a shit. What else is everyone saying? Yeah, you know what? You're right. Why am I even entertaining this bullshit? Why am I? I don't know. Maybe it's just a bit fun. I saw this, by the way. If Barcelona come in and take another fucking target, I swear down. We'll see, though. I don't know, because what's Barcelona's financial state? Can they really afford that? Another centre-back? I don't know. Oh, shit. Justice wants a link. All right, cool. I'm going to send the link in a few secs. Let's go. Late season Havertz he is not going to have me on the ropes, because if he balls out, I'm going to be here celebrating because my team will be winning and they will be in a better position and we might make top 4. So I won't be on any ropes, my friend. I really won't. You act like I don't want the player to play well. I want him to play well. I have been so frustrated over him because he has not. Because he has not applied himself consistently. Because he has barely applied himself. If he starts applying himself, why would I be pissed? This is what I don't understand. Why would I be pissed at a player who hasn't reached my standards, reaching my standards? That would be literally what I've been asking for. If I didn't like that, then I would have an agenda. I feel like people always think that the players you criticize are the players that you don't want to play well. No, you criticize them because you don't think they have been playing well. Simple as that. Well, I hope he does. He didn't last year, but I hope he does. Really hope he does. Nippon, it was nice seeing you as well, bro. It was nice seeing you as well. It's another one. Leave. Why are people on a stream looking at my face when they don't like me? Like, what are you doing? You that jobless? Find something to do with your day, bro. Fucking hell. Kai can't win. Oh, it's only Bournemouth. You haters wouldn't say that if we didn't win. No, it's not they can't win. It's just good performance. Now do it again. That's what we want. You would be winning if we were winning more. So do it more. It's as simple as that. We've all seen a lot of false dawns. Now we want to see consistency. It's as simple as that. Just seen a tweet saying Chelsea has offered 120 mil plus 10 for Enzo Fernandez. Fucking hell. I have to look at that. I'll look at that when I send the link out. Yeah, sorry, man. I never check Instagram. I only go on there to send the link out to a few people. But I'll have a look at it. Yeah, Kai, we're all fake fans. How dare you? We won a game. You need to be 100% positive and completely ignore all the negatives of the last 4 months. If you don't do that, you're not a proper Chelsea fan. You're not a proper Chelsea fan, man. And all that shit. Another tweet has just tweeted Enzo will leave in Jack. Fuck it up. All right, cool. Big up yourself, Callum. Big up yourself, my guy. Lewis we have literally spoken about it, but if you want me to talk about it again, I thought he had a very good first half. Second half, he was still one of the better players, but everybody petered out. It was good to see him get an assist. It's rare. It's like packing R9 on Ultimate Team, but it was really good to see. And yeah, do it again. Just keep doing it. Do it again and again and again and again and again. I need to see more consistency, but it was a very good performance from him. And I like that we were trying to minimize his touches in the box as well, because one of the few positives I've given with him is that he's only good with his first 2 touches. So you minimize his touches in the box, you get a little bit of a better player. So, yeah. Good performance. Oh, we got a super chat. Do we need to look at the medical stuff? It depends. If Reece James was rushed back, yes. But I don't know whether to jump to conclusions on that or not. Poor planning by Chelsea. No backup for Reece James. Loved Reece James, Kante and Chilwell, but we relied too much on injury-prone players. Reece James missed 60 games since 29. But it's because we always rush him back. It's always because we rush him back. Even with Kante, it was the same thing, and then we did too much damage to him. Get a right back in January, and we got to be a lot more patient with Reece James. We have to be. Yeah, bro, masterclass. Trust me, man. This is why I hate stands, because they will hype mid. It was a 7 out of 10 at max. And we didn't even play well for the full 90. Like, what are we doing? If we play, if we have a consistent 90-minute performance against Forest, cool. But fuck me, one half and everyone wants to whip out receipts. You man are malnourished. I'm going to see you in UNICEF adverts with people saying, donate a $5 to you lot. That's the way you man are moving. It's long. Right, one more super chat and I'm sending the link out. Lewis, I was so happy when Havertz said I played well. Yeah, I did read that, to be fair. I liked that. That's good mentality, because I've seen a lot of BS quotes from him over the last 4 months. That was good. It is about doing it again and again, and that I will get behind, because that is exactly what I want to see. Keep doing it more. Keep doing it more. The criticism will disappear, and the praise will only heighten. That's all we want to see. Even the guy that you are propping is saying he needs to do it more, and you lot are hyping up one game. Idiots. All of you lot. But it's cool. Right. Let me send the link out to everybody, because I know everyone's waiting. I've been going off on a bit of a tangent. Let me send the link out. While I'm doing this, as always, hit the like button and all of that. My man Lewis was giving bitches. You were running into my stream after the Salzburg watch along because he had one good half. If we're talking about double standards, right back at you, brother. But we move. Right, yeah. Let me send the link out. Because I'm doing a bit much. Right. Bear with me for a sec, people. You already know it's a bit long. Cool. I think that's everyone on Twitter. Yeah. Okay, I think that's everyone. Yeah, that's everyone. Yeah, that's cool. Yes, guys. What's everyone saying? Jesters, it's been a minute, bro.
Yeah, it's
What
like
are you
the good
telling
old
me,
days,
man?
man.
You're good.
It's the good old days, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in 2021 again.
2021. Yeah.
Your microphone is bugging, Jester.
Again? You know, it only happens
It's a
on
little bit
StreamYard.
robotic.
It only happens on StreamYard. It doesn't happen anywhere else.
Why is it?
Typical. Well, what's everyone saying anyway, though?
We
guys-
beat Bournemouth, man. We beat Bournemouth.
Hey, Kai, we're in the mud, bruv. We're in the mud. I
We're
can't
still
get
eighth.
out.
Nothing changed.
I am neck deep in mud.
No,
Someone
no,
help me.
We're below Brighton on goal difference, but we should be celebrated, man, because we finally had a decent game after 2 months. All right, man.
We had a good
Hey,
defense.
as long as we keep it going, cool. But
Shameless.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
too much now. It's just nice to see us win a
Lucas
game.
Leon, bye.
Oh, yeah,
bye.
Lucas. Bye-bye, brother. Take care.
Who's that, Lucas, man?
Oh, he's just saying Alex is in, I'm out. Well, bye-bye. I don't care.
We had a
Good
good
luck.
Brilliant December. Finally.
Best December in years, man. Best December in years.
Can you? I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Come on, we had one game and we won it. Yeah, at least say that.
Maybe my standards. But you know,
Moyo, your mic, bro. Your mic.
You know what? Nothing really changed though. Nothing really changed. That's how they both Havertz and Mount. They do it every time. They go 6-7 games without scoring a goal. They score a goal after 6-7 games. Oh, haters come out. Then 6-7 games.
And it was against the bottom half of the table.
Yeah, bottom half team. 6-7 games go by. They say nothing. Then they score or assist against a team in the bottom half, and they're like, haters come out, and we're still 8th or 7th or barely at 4th. It's like it's on repeat, man. It's like I'm surprised how the human brain can function so fucking little, man. In adults, you know, it's insane to me, man.
Bro,
it's like
player stand mentality.
Bro, there's no even. How can you be
malnourished? How
can you be an adult male and not have any pattern recognition whatsoever as a person, man? Like your pattern recognition doesn't work at all, man. It's like what's different from now and before? Same thing. 6-7 games, no goals, score a goal, win against the bottom half, lose to a top team, repeat,
lose
and
Reece James and become considerably worse immediately.
Yeah,
and Reece didn't.
I hope the game just.
Holy
shit! Reece James is the most important.
Oh,
yo, Jester, is that your mic?
It's mad, man. Yeah.
My gosh.
It got worse.
No, it's just the same.
It's got worse, bro.
Check if it's the right one in the settings. Happened to me before too, Jester. Just
maybe
change it in the settings and put it back in the StreamYard.
С наступающим, брат.
Kai, how can you stand Kovacic and talk about intelligence, man? How can you want Rice, who never even made it to a fucking final in his life, man? I'm talking about Kovacic when he literally.
By the way, Rice was bad game. Rice had the bad.
Exactly,
game.
man.
Rice is good.
We're spending 100 mil on a midfielder, and
he's not
Rice.
Rice had a bad game against Arsenal, though.
Why is anyone surprised?
Well,
I mean,
I'm surprised because he usually decent.
He's decent again when he plays against the teams that Mount is good against. That's what he's decent at. As soon as they play a team like a City, like even Arsenal nowadays, even United,
wasn't bad against City.
Then they go. Yeah, he was bad.
He wasn't.
He was.
I mean, he was shit against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
I didn't watch Nottingham.
Yeah, it was very shit. I think it was worse against Forest than Arsenal, actually.
Bro,
I didn't watch him against
Forest. Fatty gave me a heart attack, bro.
I think that was Forest's first win at home. I remember watching that game.
It was.
Why is the anti-Rice agenda getting stronger? Because Enzo links are getting a bit stronger as well.
Yeah.
No, I just find it funny. Like
I just don't think Enzo's links are getting stronger. It's still same. It's the same. How you say it, bad reporters. None of the credible reporters are actually saying Enzo's Chelsea. It's the different reporters, but not the good tier reporters. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until I hear like Ornstein. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah, that's all. That's the same thing.
100, Ryan.
Unless it's
Ryan,
100 pounds.
to kick out anyone, it's 100. It's 100.
Put the 100 pounds.
And yeah,
Enzo would be amazing though.
Fabrizio, unless it's Ornstein, anyone like that, like Damasio, I'm not listening.
But isn't Nizar? Nizar is also pretty.
Yeah, I swear Nizar is decent.
Yeah, Nizar is the one who broke the news.
Nah.
No, Nizar is good, man.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's the one who
he's
broke.
decent.
He's the one who broke the
He's okay, but again, he's not one of the
He's
top
not
tier.
the one.
Like,
Yeah, but he's not a Jacobs.
okay.
He's not a Ben Jacobs, though, is he?
It's not even that. He's not one of the top two. Like, he's not one of the top 2 or 3. And unless it comes from one of the top 2 or 3, I'm just not listening.
He's actually
Because we've done this before.
from Chelsea.
We did this over the summer
Chelsea
multiple
stuff.
times. We literally did this over the summer multiple
Rice
times.
is more-
All the rumors, the top tier like journalists, they always like bring it out last. We always hear it from other people first.
Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, because it's a rumor mill. It's like hidden a lottery in the rumor mill.
Yeah, it's too good to
Sometimes
be
even
true, man.
Fatur makes sense when he talks about football. But
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't happen often.
How many of those rumors? How many of those rumors from the smaller guys do you hear about? And then only about half of them at most filter out to the bigger guys. So there's no point. Just wait until you hear from the bigger.
Exactly. That's the
But
whole
I
point.
do think we're gonna have a good January window though. Like I have a feeling that we're gonna sign a few.
The big guy's only going to put out something if it's.
Holy moly,
100%.
yo, it's getting worse, man.
No, that's better. Like at least I can hear everything he's saying.
Yo, we've announced announcements.
I'm wondering with his connection.
Give me 1 sec. While we do that,
Just use your
Srinath
computer
says-
mic. Don't you have?
Wait,
If you have a
one sec,
laptop,
one
just
sec.
use your laptop mic. That's it.
Srinath says special super chat for Jesters and Fatur. Big up Lewis in the panel. Hope we can invest in a right back as we lack there terribly. I completely agree.
Yep.
And hopefully we can stop the rot. Keep the blue flag flying high. Big up yourself, man. Appreciate the super chat, my bro. Samuel also says, Lewis, I
As
completely
high as we
agree
can.
with you. If the attackers don't have a good game, all the haters will shush. They need to do it against Forest. Exactly. That is all we are asking for. Consistent performances,
No.
and we will praise consistently.
They
That
don't
is
need to do it
all-
against Forest as well. They need to go
No, they do.
more often than
No,
6
no,
or
no.
7
Forest,
Forest
City,
matters.
Palace, Liverpool. Just keep it going.
Bro,
I can't lie.
not-
I don't
Consistency
actually.
going.
I don't give a shit really if they do it against City because, like, at the end of the day, it's City, and we're only going to play them like twice or 3 times, including the cups or whatever it is. Like, I care if they're doing it against Forest, against Bournemouth, against Everton.
That's what's
like
funny.
if you're
what
doing it
Lewis said
consistently.
earlier.
If you're doing it consistently against all the other teams, like you should be beating, I'm calm with that. It's when we turn up against Everton and we don't fucking do anything. It's when we normally turn up against Bournemouth and we're drawing or losing. That's the problem. I don't give a shit.
That's where we always
I'll tell you
put
what,
out
if we
Hold
beat
on a
every
second.
team
Oh,
we're meant
that
to
is
do,
wait. Fabrizio Romano, Datro Fofana. Here we go. Confirmed.
cool.
Got given the
Yeah,
here we go.
he already did. that.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
No,
on
no,
I don't give a
but
shit.
if we-
so here we go.
if
soon.
we-
Now we got the here we go.
If we were to lose to City and to Liverpool and beat everyone we are meant to beat, I'm fine with that.
I'm not. I'm not fine with that.
Look,
You can win
Scott,
Well,
listen to
by
what
losing by-
this fraud of the guy that owns this channel said earlier when he was chatting by himself on the YouTube.
Oh, here we go.
He said when Reece James was injured, he said Reece James was out for a month. And he's like, well, it's not that bad. Well, the bad thing is we're gonna lose him for games against City and Liverpool. Guess what? We not only struggle against City and Liverpool, we're struggling against Everton. We're struggling against any team. So it doesn't matter which team we play and Reece James support. Is that gonna look? It's such a Chelsea thing actually to think of that, saying that we are so good that this is the problem that we
I don't
struggle
think we're that
with
good, man.
City and Liverpool. No, I actually still not confident how we're gonna go next week against the bum that just lost to United.
Exactly. Like
You know what I'm
how can
saying?
any,
So-
how can anybody
So
in
how
this
how
panel,
you can actually
how can anybody
say
in
that?
this panel? We've been through the same fucking cycle. For
I
the
only
last
said it
2
was
years.
good because
We
it
win
was
one
only a
game.
month and it wasn't.
Yeah, we
No.
win one game. We win one
You
game.
said
Then we
it
lost
was
2 or 3
the
games. throughout
disappointed
win,
that if
man.
we're gonna
I'm not-
lose
I'm
them
not falling for it.
for
I am
City
not falling
and
for it
Liverpool.
again, man.
No, the disappointed is bigger than that because we're gonna lose we possibly gonna lose every game before we hit the City and Liverpool.
Why is this so negative, though? Why is this so negative?
Because
I
it's
Because we've
agree.
seen it. We've seen it
Why
over and
so
over again.
negative?
I'm not-
Hold on a second. Why are we negative? I'll tell you why we're negative. Reece James is on the bench for a month again. Not even on the bench. He's not even going to be. And guess what happens to the last time we played without Reece James? Guess what happened the last time we played without Conte? What happened last time we played a long time without Kovacic? We shit. Do you understand that? We shit. Why are we so
I
optimistic?
understand.
We're optimistic
Kovacic
for
is back.
70
We could
minutes.
sign him right back. Like we could
understand
fix this
that,
though.
but-
Like,
Okay,
there's
so
a-
we can
there's
sign the
literally
right
a
back in
transfer window.
January.
Alex, you can
Next
accommodate
week.
the system without Reece James. Potter can do that. You can adjust the system when we play.
Okay,
without
so
Reece.
why we didn't do that for 2 years?
Bro,
That's
chill.
the thing.
Like,
Alex,
we've
that's what
literally
I'm
just
saying,
come
man.
back
These
from
guys
the
are
World Cup.
shameless.
That's why.
You guys are
What?
shameless.
We play three
And
at the
then
back
you,
most of
one
the
game,
times
you're
last
already
season, didn't
excited
we?
that we're gonna win the league, man. Shameless fan base, man.
Why we did
Shameless
not
fucking fan
fix
base, man.
that problem for 2 years? Please tell me. Is that the first time we know that Reece James is injury prone?
Yeah,
To be
No,
fair,
that's
we are
next
we are
season.
linking
We
with
can
three
fix it.
with three
That's
right
the
backs.
previous
There's
Yeah.
literally a
Small
window
game.
opening next week.
People didn't
Like,
want
the
to
next
talk
3
about
days.
That's
Yeah.
because of the previous regime and the previous manager.
Why
That's the
no?
reason why we suffered.
Previous regime, not previous regime. We could buy this somebody in January in the summertime
Yeah,
with
we
new
could.
regime.
And that's
Exactly,
the thing
we
is
could. Thank you.
that's why I'm not commenting on the Reece James stuff until what we do. Like, if the Juranovic news is to be believed, then Celtic are open to offers. If what Lewis said earlier is true as well, apparently we put in an 8 million, is it euros or pounds bid? They've already got his backup. Should they lose him, but they've already bought his backup or his replacement? Sorry. Like, if that happens, then this whole conversation about Reece James is moot because we've then got his backup. And then we don't have to worry about overplaying him or bringing him back early.
A trainer. I do believe that that trainer, the comment of a trainer. I do believe
65 minutes. 65
Wait,
minutes.
Alex. What about it do you believe? Because it's vague in itself. What do you think he's saying?
It's not really
I
vague.
think he's saying that we rushed him. And I agree
Yeah,
with
we
it. Everybody who
definitely
said
did.
it,
We
I was like,
definitely
look, you know
100%.
how I know we rushed him in? Because he wasn't actual in the main team since his was the supposed to be return date was. You see what I'm saying?
But Alex,
he wasn't
back for like
That
2
is
weeks.
incorrect.
He's been
No.
training. He
Reece
played
James-
Did he
Hold on,
travel?
Reece
Did he
James-
travel?
Reece James was in the World Cup squad. Him playing at the World Cup would have been rushing him back. That is true. But in this case, like there's a chance that high risk of let's say a soft tissue injury when you've been out for a long time, especially like the first game against Aston Villa in that pre-season friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has to adapt to it.
Did he play any minutes in the preseason friendly?
No, he didn't.
He did.
Played
No, he
against
did. He
Here's
played
the clue
65
for you.
minutes. I swear he played 65
I swear
minutes.
he did. I swear
Potter
he
said
did.
He
so.
played against Brentford,
But
not
he
against.
played.
Aston Villa.
I don't think he was obviously not going to play the whole game yesterday.
No, he wasn't. No.
But
Exactly.
how do
No,
you?
I
But
don't
how do
think
you
he said
introduce?
it,
started.
But how
Don't
do
care.
you introduce the player after injury? You do not bring him as a starter if he's
It
injured.
depends.
You bring him as a sub.
It depends on what the medical team have told you.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
why I
Oh
put
no!
I put this energy on the medical team because this is literally the second,
medical
this is
team.
the
No,
this is the second time this has happened this season. With this
medical
this is the second
team
player that this has
advise the
happened.
manager.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
cool.
manager makes the
And if
decision.
the manager ignores them, he's a fucking idiot and shouldn't be a manager. Period.
Alex,
Like,
do you think he
it's
ignored
the
them?
same energy we gave to Lampard when he
No,
kept
no.
rushing Reece
There's a
back and he
couple
kept
of
rushing
there's a
players
couple
back.
of
Remember us playing
there's a couple
Chilwell
of
in the last game.
possibilities. There's a couple of possibilities can be happening. Usually, this is the right way how it actually works in the club. The medical staff tells the coach, "This is how it is." Blah blah blah. This is approximately a minute. Manager makes the decision, or manager walks to the player and asks him, "What do you think? How you feel? Do you think you can start tomorrow?" That's probably what happened. My problem is you do not put you do not let the player ever
Decide, yeah.
make a decision on him.
It's the medical
Well, that's
staff
Southgate's
that decide
fault
if he's
then.
okay.
But
Do we even
Alex,
know what
Did you-
happened?
but Alex,
That's
you're
why.
just like
Wait, guys.
speculating. You don't know what actually happened.
Yeah, we don't even know what happened. This is.
Yeah, you just.
Yeah,
you
but
just-
that's what we're here to do, though. We're all
No,
just
We
basically-
speculate.
Didn't
Look,
we say it in
no,
his,
no,
in
no,
his
hold
original
on a
comment,
second.
right? Didn't he
This
say
is
it?
how it usually
Whatever.
works, and something break through that scenario, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Justice,
Yeah, I
take care,
agree.
man. It was good seeing you anyway,
Just
bro.
good to see you, man. Fix the microphone though.
Take care, bro. Wait, guys, but do you not feel like?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
we're all
obviously-
speculating. We're all speculating,
We
but
all
some of us
speculate.
speculating based on the evidence we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
Yeah.
speculating
Hey,
Which
about
we
the
should
World
do,
Cup.
yeah.
That World
I-
Cup, yeah,
Ball,
behind
but-
that training camp, if you don't know, somebody in that medical team gave a green light to Reece James. Like, all right, we can give you a green light if you want to play.
Wait, quick question. When did he get? He got injured before the World Cup, right? So he had a month and a
Yeah.
couple of weeks to recover.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, and he played 65 minutes in the indoor games, behind a closed door game. I don't think he was rushed, but a Premier League game, he shouldn't have. I would love to see him come on the 70th minute. For me, he didn't even impact the game. If I'm being honest, I didn't see him get involved in the attack last night game. He didn't much.
Huh?
He had a decent game. I don't even
What?
think he didn't impact the game for me.
Do you
Reece James
know,
didn't impact the game.
Moya? Hold on a second. Do you know, Moya, why I'm actually confident about the things that you've saying that I'm speculating? Here's my speculation, another come from. What happened to Fofana?
I thought he got
What?
better training. No.
He got injured in the game, didn't he?
Exactly. Is it exactly the same setback?
But they have to play at some point. They have to get some minutes. We don't
But
know.
No,
yes,
they
but-
need to heal first, man. They can't just play as much as they
No,
want.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
at
I'm
what
saying.
point do you know the team who determine at what point they're fit enough to play games?
Yeah, the
That'd be
medical,
the
staff.
medical
Medical
team.
personnel.
Medical team, so it's probably on the medical team. That's what I.
Yeah, but
That's
that's what
my
we're saying.
whole
It's the
point.
medical
There's-
staff.
But that's what we're saying. What do you think that I
Considering
was
as well,
saying?
that Bowley and Egbali and all of the Clear Lake group are clearly a what's the word? A statistical driven or data driven analytical team. I'm not actually surprised now why they decided to sack a large proportion of this medical team. Because for Christ's sake, it looks terrible now. The fact that Fofana's come back, got injured straight away again. Chilwell looks to be rushed back. James got rushed back. And I'm sorry, you can't. There comes a point at which I can't put that on the manager, because if it is from a manager, if the manager is doing this, then that's worse than like League 2 level coaching. That's Sunday League level shit. Like you're bringing your players back every single time.
No, Scott.
Yeah, I agree with them. I
To me,
agree
it
with them.
sounded.
Scott,
it sounded
a
as
manager
if
can
I was
ask the
saying it-
player, and player can tell him. It's not.
Yeah, and if you're going based on what the player says, you're an idiot as well.
Well,
If
they've
the
done
only
it.
people in this
Say that to
situation, the only people in this situation you should be listening to is the medical team, because they are
hold on.
they
now,
are
hold on,
theoretically
Scott. What
they are
happens if they said
theoretically
he was-
they are theoretically the experts on the scenario.
Okay, but what
And the
happens
fact
if they
that three
cleared
players
him?
have come back and got injured literally in their first game back doesn't look good.
Yeah, but they
If they
cleared
cleared
him.
them, they should be held accountable then.
If
Okay,
they
hold
play-
on, hold
Yeah,
on.
exactly. They should be held accountable.
Wow, so 10 people are going to.
Moya, what do you think that I was trying to say?
I thought you were trying to say that maybe Potter was the one who went against the advice of the medical team.
No chance.
No.
No chance.
Oh, okay, that's what I
No
thought.
chance. No chance.
Okay, I think we both
Get off
agree.
the drugs,
Scott,
Moya.
The reason
Do
I
we even
Say
have
no
a
to
medical
drugs,
team?
Moya.
the reason I don't think it was
I don't
Potter
even know who our medical team
he
is.
said we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, by the way, nobody does. Anybody
No, man. A
pretending to be
professional
a
football
fucking
club without a
expert?
medical team, man.
None of you
Everybody
guys
wins
are
it.
experts. I'm
One
not
at a
an
time.
expert. Jesus. None of you guys are experts. I'm not an expert. So stop pretending you are. If the medical staff cleared him, Reece said he's fine. Graham Potter says I need the best player on the fucking team to be playing. That's great. Guess what? It's bad luck, dude. You guys are overthinking this. If the medical team cleared him, Reece James said he's good. Graham Potter's
Vitamins,
like,
can I ask you a question?
Yeah, that doesn't mean the medical
well,
team.
I mean,
Vitamins,
sure.
can I ask you a question?
yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, Your Majesty.
Shut up,
so-
Alex. I don't act like that much like an arrogant asshole. Sometimes, not always.
Not
Sometimes.
that much.
Let me ask
All
you a
right.
question.
Alex, what do you got?
The reason why we're saying that that's why we think this is not a bad luck, because it creates the pattern lately at Chelsea.
Sure.
It's been a pattern.
And plus the post by his trainer.
Exactly.
yeah, but,
You see what I'm
what's
saying?
your question? Yeah, but Alex, what's your question?
My question is: do you don't pay attention to the patterns that happen to Chelsea, or you just saying that this is one individual thing?
Okay, so we fired everybody that was responsible for the previous pattern. So are you saying this is a new pattern? Is it?
Yeah, Fofana got hurt.
What's the deal? Okay,
I said
but
Chilwell
hold on,
happened.
hold on.
Fofana
You guys-
happened.
Chilwell,
He's the first
Fofana.
player.
Okay, well, let's all not talk at
What?
once. If you're saying
Okay.
that there was a previous pattern, those people were fired. So this is a new staff. Everybody wanted a new staff. Everybody was bitching about all of our injuries. New staff, and all of a sudden you're appropriating the previous criticisms and putting them on this new staff. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work like that. Sports.
He's
are
on the
fickle.
medical
No,
staff.
you hold on a second. You're ignoring the big thing. It's not the thing with the new medical stuff. It's another pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
but maybe it's
pattern.
just sports, Alex.
No.
Okay.
I'll add you another pattern. We've lost
Yo.
in the last 4 games. We've had an injured player in every single one of them. In the
Yeah.
last 4 games,
It's-
we've literally lost a player, including friendlies. So that tells you there is a pattern, like what Alex is saying. So
Okay,
the-
but then what's your answer though? What's the solution, bro? You can't be critical about a situation without offering a solution. What's the solution?
The solution is don't start them.
maybe we start there.
Yo, I think we have to blame this on the manager. You know,
I
hate to bring up an
if
X.
Reece wasn't
Okay.
ready, I'm going to blame the
Listen.
player too. Guys. I'm going to blame the player.
listen.
So if he's advised by the medical team, this guy's good enough to play 60 minutes, and he plays him for 50, and he gets injured within those first 50, is that his fault?
No.
I don't think it's anybody's fault.
I don't.
It's
Okay,
not
wait.
anybody's fault.
I
Well,
feel like
well,
it's everyone's fault.
I got
then,
the queen.
because-
We
Good to see you.
I'm not like if this was
What?
Tuchel.
I just-
Tuchel wasn't playing Reece James yesterday from the start.
What, do you want that one last dance though, Stephanie? Fucking hell. What, do you want one
Last
one
dance?
Yeah,
Pardon?
last dance, man. Bring back the Carnero, man. Come on.
Oh, this fucking
What
guy.
kind of dance you can do, man?
Hey, we need
Peaky
our players to
Blinder.
stop getting injured, not get injured more, bro. Stop
Oh,
it, man. We don't need that bad.
Wait, Lewis, do you want our players to be healthy again or not?
You don't care about the
Yeah,
players.
come
but
Mount
do you
never
say
get-
she's the answer?
I want them
Lewis,
sold.
hey, Lewis,
I don't want
hey,
them
Lewis,
healthy.
Lewis.
I swear, if what's her name, Ava is gonna open OnlyFans, Fatur is the one gonna be the first signing.
Bro, Fatur is gonna sponsor it, man. He's gonna do the Google ads for us, man.
Alex is going to be the first subscriber.
Alex, what?
Hey, Lewis, I saw you do the 5 things that we learned. You didn't say number 1 was Carlito was always right about Kai Havertz. I didn't hear you say
what?
that,
Because
buddy.
he had one
come
good
on,
half.
it's boring.
Oh my god!
Come
Find
on.
some standards.
Oh my god, man.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you, Kai Havertz
I'm
is
not
gonna go
coming
back
on
to.
anything, brother. I ain't
Bournemouth.
coming on
Let's go.
anything.
Brighton are above us, man.
It
Come
was
on,
a
people.
good
Have some
game.
shame,
It was a
man.
good performance from him.
Oh,
I kept saying,
thank
do it
you
again.
for your consideration,
Do it again.
Lewis.
Yeah,
Hold up,
you're
hold up.
very welcome, my friend. You're very... Now do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again. Simple
Okay,
as.
okay.
Hold up. Before we crawl up Kai Havertz's bum again, honestly, we need to talk about
Yeah.
James because there is something to be said about him, his play style, his physique. You can wrap him up as much as you want, but he needs to play. When he plays, there's always a risk. I feel a larger risk for him to get injured because of his style and his body. We got to talk about that. He's on a 6-year
You think?
contract.
Because he's barely been injured.
Who are we talking about? Reece?
Havertz.
James? No, we're talking about Reece
Oh.
James.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Well,
Havertz is
how
fine.
about we let him recover instead of just rushing him up to games?
All
like,
right, so
just
you got
start him,
Prime,
like-
you got
Exactly.
Prime, and all these guys.
That's literally
calling
what I'm
him
saying,
Reece
man.
James, and all
Body
that
shape,
shit.
Reece James now, eh? He's too
Here we
fat,
go,
yeah.
confirm.
So
Here we
strange.
go, confirm.
No,
again.
we manage our player. We manage
what
our
do we
players'
got?
fitness.
Hey, Lewis, what is it?
horribly.
What is it? What is it?
Oh yeah,
What?
here we confirm. Yeah, never mind. Let's-
Who's confirmed? What?
What
I
is
don't
it?
Nacho
care,
Fofana. We just said that
Fofana.
20 minutes ago, bro.
Why
Oh,
is it say
fuck
11
that,
minutes
yeah.
ago then?
Okay, then we said it 11 minutes ago.
No, it was
Who
the
gives a
club
shit?
that confirmed it. It's the club.
No, we didn't. Club didn't confirm nothing yet.
It literally,
No, they
they
have
literally.
Yes, they
just
did. Yes, they
confirmed
did.
it.
Yes, they did. It's on the Twitter.
It's on their website, yeah.
Have you guys talked about Zakaria?
Oh, I don't see
Here we
it.
go.
Yeah, I thought
Confirmed.
Zakaria looked good.
Yeah,
He did
Zakaria
something
was
fast
awesome.
in the second half, but
For me, it was
Because-
Zakaria's man of the match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alex.
Yeah,
I think I'm
Zakaria
gonna
was.
forgive-
Mwah.
Alex, I
Zakaria
think I'm
was
going to
amazing,
forgive
man.
some of
Ah,
his
did-
dispossessions.
ah,
I thought he
that's
was
so
really
good.
good.
oh my fuck.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's too
hold
far.
on
yeah.
a second.
That's
And
too
you-
far.
Go
Is
ahead and
there a
start
game?
it.
Is there a game that
Oh, yeah, that's too
everybody
far,
had the
man.
flawless games?
It's not even funny anymore.
Bro,
That's too
I love this. I love
Yo,
this.
Lizzo James
Havertz
is
stance,
funny. I
man.
gotta
That's
say
too
that.
far,
is
man.
really
Lizzo
funny.
James, bro. You stink, Go AM. You absolutely stink.
Hey, that's,
Joe
that's
AM
too
is a
far.
legend, man.
That's
Oh,
too, no, that's
absolute
too far,
legend.
man. That's disrespectful, man.
That is so funny.
That is disrespectful.
If I'm right, Lizzo, is there a big girl that?
Oh,
like,
yo, big old lady.
nothing like this.
Big.
You did, bro.
Alex,
Big is an
she's
understatement,
obese.
man.
She's
Big is an
obese.
understatement, bro.
No, man. Media says she's healthy, dog.
Fair enough. Fair
As
enough.
healthy as an island, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dog, she's got her own orbit system. Oh, my God.
Fucking hell, man.
But
You know
Hey, but
how,
we just need, we
you
need
know how
adequate
slow
depth for
my
Reece James,
Twitter
that's
is?
it.
I still
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
see Chelsea official website Twitter.
You
posting
follow
it
them?
for Fofana.
For Gatro? Yeah. Alex,
It's on the website.
I'm looking
It's
at it right
on-
now.
It's on the website, man. It's on the website and it's on Twitter. They just posted. It's just
So-
no pictures. They did it like half. They half-assed it.
Lewis, does this mean that he's going to be playing with us, or is he going on loan? Because I'm hearing
No,
that
loan.
him and Andres Santos are going
Apparently,
on
he's going to go
No.
straight on loan, but it depends on how he looks in training.
Gotcha. He's a
Because
slick
he
player.
might
I think
stay
he-
as a
I'm
number
sure he'd look
3.
really good in training, man.
Lizzo is actually beautiful. Respect her. Yeah, but a good one,
Fuck
bro.
off.
It's a good one.
So he's going back to the.
Everybody's
club.
beautiful.
Staying with us.
Everybody's beautiful.
Not
So he's
necessarily.
not coming in January.
Yeah,
He
he's
might be.
And
He will come to the club and they'll see how he trains, and then depending on how he trains, he'll either stay at the club or go back out on loan.
But I don't think it's decided.
bro-
I don't remember any recent transfers that they would announce on the website without
Yeah.
at the same time saying, "Oh, he's going to go out on loan." The fact that they haven't said that already, I feel like he'll play at least.
Bring back
I think
Joe.
with Broja out, I think we need to keep him around. I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable with Havertz the whole
But
season.
can he play right wing back?
Maybe he can, man. Does have
Yo,
pace.
show us a solution.
Well,
Bring back
speaking
Shaw.
of
all I want is him Mount as a right wing back.
Speaking of right back,
You're holding a block. Big up.
can Lewis Hall play right back?
No.
No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
He's a left-footed player. I mean, that's just it's not.
No, we just need to.
We're starving at this point. I don't think we have choices. So.
Well,
What about ranking? Ranking.
What do you mean we don't have choices? The window's
Do we
open in like
have
4
a
days.
right back in the academy?
Alex, I was talking with Josh.
We only
Alex,
got
I was talking
Ashby
with
for
Josh
1 month.
earlier.
What choice do we have?
I was.
Well,
Yo,
no,
what do you guys?
Okay.
What do you guys think about the Jorginho links to Newcastle?
It means that we're bringing in Enzo Fernandez.
Not strong enough.
I thought you would have been happier about that.
Yeah,
I don't
Alex will be
think
happy.
it's true.
What if he goes to Newcastle and they win the league? Like
Nah, that's
who was
not
it those-
happening.
Who was the
Ifs
Twitter
and
said
that
that he's gonna win
question.
them the league, man? Somebody said
No,
that.
Pie.
Pie,
Yeah,
why?
Pie.
I'd rather
Pie.
Newcastle win the
Well,
league.
Jorginho
Pie.
going to Newcastle and derailing Arsenal's title hopes. Make him a fucking statue immediately.
Bro,
if that's the case.
I think City's winning the league, man. These Arsenal fans need to calm
Well,
down.
obviously, exactly.
Obviously,
No,
they are.
not.
Yeah, but no, this is actually the thing. Like a lot of Arsenal fans don't think they're winning the league. Like you've got the
A lot
the
of them
clueless
start
ones.
to.
You got
I
the
think-
clueless ones, but a lot of them just want to finish top four and
You
think
can
they're
hold
winning.
that.
What if they do win the
They're
league?
starting to believe,
No,
man.
no.
Somebody need to
They
crush out the
think-
dreams,
they-
man.
they
Back
think
to
that
progression.
Nah,
because
they
it's
don't want to get. They
December.
don't want to get memes. They know what they're doing. They
Hey,
believe they can
Scott,
win
you
it,
know what
but
I
they
say?
don't.
I say that we're 15 games into a season and nobody knows who's going to win the league. That's what I say. All this speculation, man, this whole podcast has been about speculation. This is ridiculous. You guys, nobody knows. So just enjoy
15
the
games
ride.
is half the
Just
season,
enjoy
man.
the
Yeah,
ride,
no one
man.
knows.
Almost
But
half the
saying
season,
they don't
man.
believe
Yeah,
they
but
can
we
win
can
it.
make
is
a
a lie.
guess.
But this is Arsenal. They
Who
always
cares?
do that
Who
to
cares,
themselves.
man? Why are you worried about Arsenal? Why are you worried about Arsenal?
I'm not worrying about
I am
Arsenal.
worried. I don't want them to win the league.
We
Like,
don't
my
want to see
neighbor's an
them
Arsenal fan,
dirty
man.
little
I don't want
shadow
them to win
I
the
dwellers
think
win
league.
the
that you
league.
guys allow
I
too
can't lie,
much
I'm
space
worried.
in your head for them, man. You really do.
Nah. Because
I
They're
just-
doesn't
our
right.
rivals. We don't want to see
Yeah.
them play well. We don't
No,
want to see
I
them
don't
do
want
things.
Spurs to play well. I don't care about
That's-
Arsenal.
no, Arsenal is Arsenal for me. I
So
despise
you
Arsenal more
would
than
you would
Spurs,
be
man.
fine with seeing Arsenal win the league?
I
Wait,
think
who'd
that's
you rather?
very.
Wait,
you know
who'd you
what I-
rather see win the
Wait,
league?
wait,
Arsenal or
wait, wait,
Spurs?
wait, 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 wait. Would you be
Tell me
happy
to
with
answer the
Arsenal
question.
winning the
Let
league?
me finish because you asked the question. I'll answer the question. Let me tell you something. The way that Arsenal's gone about this the last 3 years, giving Arteta what he wants, giving patience to Arteta, letting him fail, letting him fuck up, and allowing him time, they have done it right. They have bought the best attacking mid in the world. They have bought great players surrounding Martin Odegaard,
Fucking-
and they
I
are
don't think that was the
banging.
question.
No,
You-
they
you
are
know-
begging. So do
Could
I
someone
think
play a
of
sad
players,
Let me
violin
finish.
in the
Let me
background,
fucking
please?
finish.
Carlito's giving us a
Yeah.
sad story. Give us the actual answer, bro.
Here's
Answer
the
the
thing.
That's
Do I have a
it.
problem with
Stop being
Arsenal
around the bush, man. Stop being
Jesus
around the
Christ.
bush.
Do I have a
Yeah, it's
problem
like-
with Arsenal winning the league? No, I don't, because if they do, they deserve it.
I
They
don't
don't
deserve it.
deserve it.
completely agree
They
with
don't.
Carlos.
How do they not deserve it?
They
They've
don't
done
have this.
everything right.
It's
They've
fucking
done
Arsenal, and I
everything
hope
right.
they get
Okay,
liquidated. They
okay,
don't
okay.
deserve
If
it.
they win, if they win,
I
they
don't care
fully.
if they do everything right. I don't even want to see them win a
Okay,
conference league.
well, look,
let alone
I'm
a
Exactly.
speaking
league.
objectively, Lewis. I'm not talking about my personal relationship with Chelsea. What I'm saying is if Arsenal wins, it's because they did it right and they deserve it. Because they're playing
Nah.
great. They're playing great.
Whoever wins it does deserve it, but I will never want to see it, and
Yeah,
I will
obviously.
never praise
I'm
them
not.
for it.
Oh, when did I say I want them to win? I
Like
never
Mourinho
said
said, the
that.
table
It
doesn't
sounds
lie.
like
The
it,
table doesn't lie,
brother.
right?
It
So-
sounds like it.
The
Whoa,
day I
whoa,
see
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Arsenal
no,
lift
no, no,
the
no.
Premier League trophy,
That's
I
You
might
are
visit
not
a
the
bridge.
best fan. You're not
I'm
the
not
best
talking
fan.
about Stamford Bridge.
I'm off to Amsterdam for the summer if they touch that league title.
Oh, mate,
I am
I'm
not
You don't want to
even-
see Don Robbie.
I personally don't care.
Not
if they-
even.
I wouldn't break
Bro,
it.
who's screaming? Who's screaming?
Arsenal isn't that team I have that hate for. They're just not it.
No,
I
Yeah,
really
I
don't.
just don't
If
care.
they-
I just
if
don't
they
care.
win,
no,
Big
no.
they've done it the right way. Our fans could learn a little bit about that too.
By the
Yeah.
way, he's totally right. We could learn a thing or two by.
It'll
from
humble
Arsenal.
us. I really don't care. Arsenal is not the team I have the most hate for, so I'm okay
Hey,
with it.
Tottenham,
The way they're
Look-
playing, the way they're
No.
playing, the way they've come about it. Big up to them. You know what?
for sure,
But
for
look,
sure.
Lewis, you know
Nope,
how
nope. I hope they get liquidated. I'm not happy for them.
check
I don't want them to win anything. Fuck that team, man.
But it's
yeah.
it
Red
is what
and
it
white wearing hipsters, bro. I don't care. I want them to get.
I
liquidated.
actually
want them to
hate
go back to eight.
Liverpool more than I
Let's
hate
talk about
Arsenal,
that.
Spurs.
I
Well,
hate
I hate
Liverpool.
Liverpool too.
I hate Liverpool the most, then Spurs,
I hate Liverpool.
then Man U, then Arsenal.
Okay.
So
No, it's
just-
Arsenal,
Got it.
Liverpool, and then
hate Arsenal,
Spurs.
Spurs, United, West Ham, Barca. That's my top 5.
Hey,
That's a
Lewis,
good. Hey,
Lewis,
that's a
West
good.
Ham.
That's a good point. Put
What's West Ham ever done?
Put Caleb comment up. He's right, man. Now we're competing with Brighton at 8th.
I forgot about Barca.
The league title, bro. He's right. Caleb? Yeah, he's right. He's right. It's not our problems. Right now, we're competing with Brighton. We're trying to come up.
Oh yeah. So it's not our problem, but still, fuck Arsenal. It's a big problem.
No, but
for me,
that's the thing. Arsenal have been through worse than what we're doing now. They've done their time. They've had their time, and now they're winning, right? Like, if we can just go through our process rather than worry about them, maybe we'll get to where, and even more, we're gonna be better than them.
Look,
I have enough time. I have enough time to worry what we have problem and still
We have
hate
a lot of
Arsenal.
problems too. But yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
man.
So,
Bro, my
all
neighbor's
of you
Arsenal
who
fan.
don't care and think they're right, hold that. I don't care.
I'm gonna say.
I
this,
want
I'm
them
gonna-
to get liquidated.
Lewis and
say
Alex,
this, yeah?
what does that mean? Hold that. What is that?
Alex, Carlito, I'll
Stay
explain
with
to
your
you.
statement. Just be
I will
with your
explain to you.
statement.
Gotcha.
My
Look,
neighbor is an Arsenal fan. Yeah, I hope his house burns down. I hope Arsenal get liquidated. I hope the whole Emirates burn down. Man.
Okay,
I
buddy,
don't want
that's a
anything
bit
to happen
too
to
far
that
now.
club, man.
That's a bit too
That
far.
club is horrible, bro. No, it's not too far. Because these guys are shameless, bro. Even when we were winning titles, they would call us.
I'm
money
sorry.
hungry
What
club, blah,
about
blah,
them
blah.
as shameless? What about them as shameless and horrible? Please explain. Because what
Everything.
the fuck are you talking about?
Everything. It's a hipster club.
No, I
Bro,
can
this guy's
answer
an
that.
this
You
guy's
cannot
an
be a
undercover
hipster club.
Arsenal
You
fan, you
cannot
know.
be a hipster club if you are owned by a billionaire. That is
What is
antithetical.
What is shameless about Arsenal? The DM that starts for them every week.
King Kai, you're an undercover Arsenal fan.
Allegedly, Lewis. Allegedly.
Yeah, and
Oh,
allegedly,
no,
but I
fuck
didn't
that.
explain why. I didn't explain why.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
If you
I
know,
want you to
you
keep
know.
your
If you
channel.
don't, research.
Allegedly.
But yeah, they're
How many
DM. That's why.
Are we behind
No.
Arsenal?
Arsenal is cancer, man. I hate that club. And I say that with every fucking bit of me, man. I hate that club.
Well, you
With
made
passion.
that very clear.
How many major trophies are we behind them?
A lot.
Behind?
No,
Oh,
not a lot. I think
If you count shields or if you don't count shields.
True, I
'cause
think
you
so.
know,
We're
most
like
of their trophies
four-
are shields,
We're
bro.
like 4
No,
or 5
it
behind.
depends if you count the ones that the rest of the world is in the World War II or World War One.
Were they playing football?
Yeah, they played football. They won any titles in when the rest of the world was in the war.
Yeah, and if you don't have Champions League, I can't respect it as a big club. Bro.
And the
That's-
Bank
it
of
means fuck
England
all,
was
man.
their sponsor.
Did they even have a Europa League?
1970, we've won
No,
more
they don't.
trophies.
They don't have any. I think any other than the. I think they have the league, the League Cup, the European League Cup or something.
Cup Winners' Cup.
Benfica accept?
Let me have a
Nah,
look
that's
at
a lie, bro. That's a
Again,
lie.
Let me have a look.
Again,
Let me have a look.
Unless it comes from Ornstein or Romano or Damasio, I'm not hearing it.
Yeah, or Ben Jacobs.
No, I don't trust that Ben.
Nah, not even that.
Oh,
That guy's
oh,
fraud.
screw you. No, I'm talking to him tomorrow,
The
so I'll let him know
only
how you
reliable
feel.
source I see is Chelsea FC.
Actually, though, isn't Simon Johnson like, if he's
They're
supposed
fun.
to, I mean, he's not just
Guys, tweet about Jorginho.
he's not a top tier, but for Chelsea,
Yeah.
he's pretty reliable.
Very
Wait, wasn't it
reliable.
Ornstein that said that we hadn't yet done like the Nkunku, what's it called? Medicals. When
Yeah,
Fabrizio was claiming it was done.
He confirms a lot from the German league.
Okay. Cool.
Chelsea are reluctant to negotiate a new deal with
Saw
Jorginho, putting Newcastle on red hot alert, especially if a minimal fee could be agreed in January. It's another source.
It looks like
Could be happening.
It looks like Jorginho's guy finally makes money on what he's saying. Like he's finally
His
making
agent,
the money.
His agent.
Yeah, his agent. He's finally
Alex, you're gonna
makes it
finally
work
be exonerated.
because
You're gonna
there's
finally
no
be
fucking
exonerated.
way he's going to what's the face to
Barcelona.
Newcastle.
He's not. There's no freaking way.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, they have a role
He
for
doesn't
him.
also,
Might even
like,
be
I
a
don't think he
rotation
goes
role.
either, because I don't think he starts.
That's the whole freaking point, Scott. Who is he gonna start over?
Yeah, I don't think he
So
starts.
who's to say he's going to start, especially if it's for a minimum
Yeah, but
fee?
then Lewis, I don't understand the point of, like, unless you're like trebling your money or doubling
Scott,
your money, which again I don't think
Scott,
Newcastle want to do. I don't really understand the point of it. Like, why would you not just try and stay with Chelsea then, where you'll probably end up being a squad option as well? Is
money
theoretically a bigger? Exactly. No,
Make
but that's my
some
point,
money,
guys.
maybe in the long term they'll be bigger title
that's it, though.
contenders.
Unless he is doubling his wages, then I understand it. If he's
That's
not
what you have-
like doubling his wages, I don't really understand.
He asked for Pereira as a Chelsea, and Chelsea are now willing to do that. So he's going to Newcastle.
I don't care where he goes. I think that midfield needs a rebuild. So
Why?
for me,
Hold on
I
a
like
second.
him, but
Why?
it is what it is.
Just
man.
no. Just why? This is what happens every freaking time with the players at January. That the ones that don't get the new contract. He knows that the Chelsea doesn't give him a new improved contract. So what he does is working, saying that, oh, I'm shopping around the world and I am a valuable player for the money. Remember the Rudiger's world tour? And nobody give him shit. Same thing happens now.
Alex, this
Just
is
put
new
the two
ownership, though.
together.
Alex, it's new ownership, though. You have to think about this in different ways. Yes, the old way is that if a player does not get a new contract, he's going to shop himself. He's going to make sure that things are leaked, that he wants to go this way and this way, Newcastle, Real Madrid, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, that was with the old ownership, and the old ownership would take the bait. I'm not so certain that the new ownership will. This is a savvy group of Americans. Very savvy. They're not billionaires for nothing. All right, so I can say right now, I know that Chelsea does not want to keep Conte and Jorginho. Now, is that certainty? No, it is my own opinion, but I trust my opinion more than any other opinion. And I think that they don't want these two players anymore. That's it.
And
they want them out.
And I agree with you. So please tell me, what's the point of Jorginho living now, even for that, if he's gonna go for free in the summer and get more money from other clubs?
I think that
signing
Chelsea wants
bonus.
a little bit of money. I think Chelsea wants a little bit of money. Why not?
It doesn't care about the Chelsea. At the end of the day, it's him that make a decision.
I thought you'd be
No,
happy,
man,
Alex.
he's
Why
proper
you
Chelsea.
even complain
He's
about him
doing
going
the
wrong?
pod.
No, club said he's for sale. He said, "Fuck you, Chelsea. I'm not going. Chelsea can't do shit."
But maybe
was
he
that?
is going to go. Maybe he's going to go.
Either
to
way, he's
Newcastle.
gonna leave.
Yeah, if the club pushes him out, I think
That's
he's
proper
If he's
fucking
leaving, he's
himself.
not gonna
It
go
doesn't matter if
Newcastle.
club
He's probably
pushes him
gonna go
out. They
back
can't
to-
force him out of a contract. They can buy him out of a contract.
That Newcastle link is a smokescreen, man.
Just-
I know,
Just-
man.
Just look at the direction of the club. If you think they're going to resign a 31-year-old Jorginho, I think you got to check your priorities because
we're not doing that.
No, but
Yeah,
that's
well,
not what
Hey,
we're
he
talking
could be
about.
good depth. He could be good depth.
I've said this
No,
before.
Yeah,
Lewis,
depth.
Lewis
He
doesn't
could
want to
be
be
depth.
depth. He doesn't want to be depth.
The referee is more athletic than him. What depth, bro? Like, come on.
That's not free.
guy-
Which referee, bro? There's a variety of them, man. You can't say
Like,
Last 15 minutes, slow down a game. Bring on
I was
J5.
going to say what
Yeah,
you will
that,
about it. If we end up in- say
that
what you
last
will.
15 minutes slow down the game yesterday pissed me
man.
freaking off.
Okay,
Blame-
yeah.
blame-
say what you want,
Invited
say what
and
you want,
invited
say what
pressure
you
and
want about
invited
him in the
pressure
league,
to the
but when
back.
it comes to Europe,
Yeah,
if we're in Europe next season, like he works in Europe. Like
Alex,
that's the
if
thing.
you don't like the last 15 minutes of the game, you can blame captain, leader, legend, that Nazar Kinsella and the entire fan base wanted back. Fucking Cesar Azpilicueta, one of the worst players in the league, and yet we continue to play.
Yeah, that's nah. It's not gonna fly with
Yeah,
me. It's not
Gallagher.
because
He's
of Azpilicueta.
terrible. He's
Gallagher.
I know
terrible.
he's terrible, but that doesn't have nothing to do with the last 15 minutes.
They attacked the shit
Forget
out
about
of him.
the 15
Please
minutes.
tell me what part of the football field responsible for tempo.
the midfield, sir.
The right back, Alex. Duh.
Yeah, that. Thank you.
But Josh, didn't you say that
I'm tired with this shit.
we're not going to reach
Tired of what shit?
1-year-old? You're saying you were
Saying that a non-existential problem. I know you don't like Azpilicueta, so but don't put Azpilicueta on the things when he doesn't have nothing to do with it.
Existentialism doesn't have anything to do with it either, but you brought it up. Look, what I'm saying is they attacked the right side when he came on. Why? Because he's weak. That's why they attacked him. They weren't attacking Reece James like that. I'll tell you what.
Oh, but it's not no.
Just
Yeah.
Josh, you said that we're not going to re-sign a 31-year-old. With the vision of the club, what they're trying to do, I kind of see that. But guess what? They re-signed Azpilicueta this
Yep.
summer.
Oh, that would. I would pump the brakes on that. That was their decision.
Well, no. Tuchel asked them to, but they acquiesced because they saw him as a leader and they agreed that he should probably stay. That's
right. Well, I think
I
they
know
probably.
exactly what you're going to say to this, but they tried to sign Mendy to a new deal, and correct me if I'm wrong, isn't he 30?
31.
Where was Mendy, by the way?
Whoa.
Yeah, but he's a
Slightly
goalkeeper.
different position.
Goalkeepers are different, yeah.
Cool, but then cool. So what we're saying is it's context. They could sign him to a new deal depending on what else happens. They could sign Kante to a new deal depending on what happens. I think if Kante wasn't injury prone, I think they would have already signed him to a new contract.
Yes.
Well, what do you, Scott? What do you mean
context,
depending
I
on
think
what
it
happens?
I think again, if you only get one midfielder, if you only get say a Rice or an Enzo, if you get one guy, I think it's smart to sign him to a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal, so that he can at least be a backup and can help acclimatise the guy to the new team. Then after a year or two, you can say, "See you later, bye," like, and he can go.
Scott, you have to understand, Conte, for everybody that thinks he's like this super nice guy and he's congenial and all this other stuff, no, he's not. He's just football like everybody else. And I'm sorry, Scott, he's too egotistical to accept a 1-year deal. No way. I'm sure he thinks very highly of himself because everybody's told him he's the best. No way is he going to accept that deal. There are two sides to every story, Scott. So if you're going to offer him this, yeah, he also has to accept it. And I cannot imagine him accepting it.
Well, maybe he's.
Haven't we? What have we offered Jorginho? Is it 2 or 3? 2 or 3?
I have no idea. Who knows?
I don't think they offered him anything.
The problem is the salary. It's not the length. That's the issue.
I know it's not the length. It's the salaries. That's what I'm saying. Has it been reported?
How hilarious is it that these guys expect to be paid more when they're 31? What the fuck are you talking about? That's insane that they want more wages now that they're older. That's crazy.
We don't know that. We don't know that either one of them asked
when
for
you're
more
good
money.
enough, you're good enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Only UEFA Player of the Year in a Chelsea.
hey, you're talking to someone that likes Jorginho.
Ballon d'Or, Rob.
How much do you want, Lewis, for you to ever put those props? Stop putting those props on your stream, Jorginho pictures. How much do you want?
100 will do. 100 will do.
Fuck you. I don't
He's got 4 kids.
Dude, I just went for Christmas too. I have to buy present for 2 Christmases.
Hey man, you're rich, man. You
For American Christmas and for Russian Christmas.
Hey, there's no deadline.
For 4 kids. For 4 kids. So you know what?
No deadline, bro. You got any time? You got all the time in the world.
Hey, you can pay him in Bitcoin, bro.
About Jorginho,
I don't believe in monopoly money.
Me neither, man. Me neither.
Samuel, I didn't see this article. I didn't see anything recent on it. But if I see any more tweets, I'll pull it up. But big up yourself. Zakaria permanent. The DM.
Oh my God.
He's not like number. There's 2 things. Number 1, he's not a DM. Number 2, I'll tell you what. If we want a Kante replacement, he might be the guy. He's got a similar profile.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Zakaria. Like him and Kante. Like he's a roaming DM. He's not a sitter. He's not
a sitter.
He's that roaming guy. He's going to do what Kante. Yeah, he's going to do what Kante does, where he like goes searching for the ball and tries to like break it up in areas. I'll tell you what though, like
he was
on the ball.
Yeah,
he's
cut the passing lane.
I tell you what, when it comes to on the ball stuff, bro, he's tragic.
No.
Everything off the ball was fine. On the ball.
No, yeah, I think he's still.
He's better than Kante. He's a better pass than Kante.
What?
No, Kante in his prime was like he was underrated in terms of on the ball in his prime.
Like
he's tragic.
The one-touch ball from Zakaria yesterday was.
I saw it. It was really good.
His passing for the most part was pretty stellar yesterday.
Yeah, hey, Scott, I have to say, dude, I mean, the guy hasn't played in like 6 months, so I'm going to forgive him.
Hey, 20 million pounds. That's how much his price will be if we decide to keep it at the end of the season.
Yo, Alex, what if we just give him another year loan? I mean, I'd like to try him out and actually play.
Hey, 20 million. I don't think it's even pounds. I think it's 20 million euros.
No shit.
Even for 20 million euros, what happened? We still need the. Is he forgot that what's his name? We buying a guy from Monaco that actually holds the bench today, and we have Sarr that's gonna start for Lille.
Well, there might be some reasons behind that, Alex.
What's the reasons?
He's in deep negotiation to leave the club.
Yeah, Benoit Josh. Yeah, see, Alex watched the YouTube video of him yesterday and doesn't like him.
Yeah, I watched the YouTube of him highlights, and he looks worse on the YouTube.
Good.
I love
wish I didn't.
You gotta stay off that YouTube, Alex. It's poison.
Well, I don't have time to watch.
Wait, Carlito, have you watched him play live? Or
I have. No, I haven't. No, definitely not.
From everything I've seen from him, he doesn't look like it at all. Anyway, go ahead, Lewis.
T. Lloyd, he says nobody here rates Georgie. Nobody here watches Chelsea, but it is what it is. We've had him for long.
I rate Georgie. I rate him. I just think we can do better.
Yeah, I watch Jorginho.
It's like it depends how much you rate him. That's the thing. Is like I don't rate him to the point where I want him to stay and be, a first teamer for the rest of his career. No, That's stupid.
I just
But
want
rate
him
up
to
to be-
outrun the referee. That's all. If he
Like,
can do that, I'll be happy.
For another season, do help let the guys in.
Yeah, 100%.
He can be useful, just like not as a starter every week. I don't expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just see him as a rotation option, but we shouldn't be starting him next season if he's here. I completely agree on that. This should be the last season where we rely on him as a first teamer.
Look at Alex.
Samuel also says updates on Felix and Liao. I didn't really see any major updates on
Why
either
do
of
we
them.
need another Kai Havertz, Portuguese Kai Havertz?
Whoa!
Hold on a second. I forgot Leao was Portuguese. I meant Felix, just Felix.
They're both Portuguese.
Apparently, we want to play them together.
I know, Fator. I realized that after I said it.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I haven't heard any major updates. Apparently, United were in for him, but I think that's fallen off. Liao, you're not going to hear any major updates until the end of the season.
I think Leao is going to wait for decision until summer so he can see if we have Championship League.
Could be.
He's going to be disappointed.
So
then.
he did.
I would say, yeah. You might want to start making some decisions now.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed.
That's the only chance Chelsea has to sign in him if it's going to be in January.
Hey, Lewis,
Apparently,
you do it.
he looks like good friends with Reece James, man. So Reece James could give him like a little
Yeah.
hug, man.
Oh, you rate this friendship. What about Mount and Reece James? Rice. What about that
Well,
friendship? Why you don't
No,
rate
but
that friendship?
I don't want that friendship to prosper. man. I
Okay,
want that
so you
friendship
see
to
you're
prosper. I don't
racist
want
towards
that
the
friendship,
friendships, man.
I want
Lewis-
friendship if the other link of the friendship is a player I rate highly. man.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? Like, why you have problems against pale white players?
I only have issues with pale white
yes,
players with bums,
Andrew.
man. Andrew.
Hello.
Oh,
Well-
Andrew is the guy that sends the link and says, "Come to my stream. I'm not gonna be there."
It's so true.
Andrew, you've been surfing a lot since winter,
Stream
man.
for me, Alex. Stream for me.
Hey,
Completely
it's not
agree.
my fault. It's not my fault if you missed me too much on stream, Alex. It's not my fault, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, Andrew, how are we doing today on that anti-Kai Havertz brigade, bro? You a man of one?
my
Oh wow, one game. Come on.
Bro, our standards, Jesus Christ, our standards are in hell.
Lewis, I knew this was
No.
going to happen.
I think vitamins finally start to get Lewis streams. I think he's finally start to get hold of how
I was
Lewis
waiting.
streams
I was
work.
waiting for you. I was waiting for you.
No,
to
I'll
post the
never.
pod-
No, I'll never get it, Alex. I'll never.
I was waiting for you to
Hey,
do.
Carlito, what was your
Fuck that
thoughts on
for
Mason
Mason
Mount's performance?
Yeah, he was good. Mason was good. He was playing. We were playing a 4-2-3-1. He was playing sole ACM. He was given a lot of opportunity because of a lot of space. I thought he was good.
Right, have you done a complete 180 on your opinions of him?
Oh, fuck off! Never.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, listen, for every
Lewis, never.
Let Josh say
never.
something. He's been
is
here
that
for a
not
while.
very
Let him say
interesting,
something.
my friend?
Oh, I am very interesting. Thank you.
I knew this was going to fucking happen. As soon as both those guys scored,
Yeah.
that was going to be like, listen, that was Mason
found their
Mount's
level, though.
first
They
goal
found
at
their level,
Stamford
man.
Bridge in a year. In a year. That was
Wait,
that
what?
was his first
In a
goal
year?
at Stamford Bridge in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mason
they found
Mount.
their level, Josh. They found their level, man. That's
And
the
again,
goal, man.
and listen, I was happy for him when he scored. It was a really nice goal. And then I read Kai's tweet like 5 seconds later about it being a bottom feeder, and I looked and Bournemouth were 14th, and I was like, oh, okay, fuck. This is the same shit he does every season.
But
man.
when we talk about Havertz getting a goal and assist
Josh,
against bottom
there's
feeders,
no pattern recognition in this club.
let
bro.
me
By
not
the way,
talk.
I'm not counting, that an assist.
Listen, can we just say, listen, it was a decent
Our
half
fan
from
base
both those
and
guys.
assist.
Like it was just a decent
Our
half
fan
from
base.
both guys. That's even Kai Havertz. If you read Kai Havertz's own Instagram post, he said that was a good to get a goal and assist. Now I just have to do it and do it and do it and do it. He knows himself that his standard is way below par. So you should jump on board with him.
Exactly. You know,
Josh. Facts.
look, there's the 2 moments of the game that I'm pissed about still today. It's when the blonde Mount did not pass the ball to Sterling at the end of the game. The motherfucker should learn it from the young age. You don't take a shot, give it to somebody on that better in a better position. And there was a moment when blonde Mount had the chance to pass that he didn't. Then the second one was Mount decided to take a shot from the distance after he already scored the goal. instead of pass it to Pulisic, who is in a better position. The motherfucker didn't do it. This is the problems what actually start happening when the people all of a sudden score the goal. They think that they can do it again and again and again. That mentality needs to stop. This is the young kids mentality. You need to improve the system. Improve the system. All of it.
And even Sterling, like, listen, Sterling was good yesterday, but I saw some stuff after. I don't know who the guy's name is, Daniel Childs or something like that. It was like there was a post, somebody was like, he's Chelsea's joint goal scorer leader and joint assist leader, and he retweeted like, yep, he's an elite attacker. He's got 3 goals and 2 assists in the Premier League, okay? I don't want to hear anything about elite anything, okay? He's been okay. He's an okay winger. Like 3 goals and 2 assists does not make you an elite attacker. Marcus Rashford has 5 goals this year. Okay, I don't want to hear Sterling is an elite attacker because he's got 3 goals and 2 fucking assists. Okay,
Josh, that sounds like some Skip Bayless analysis, man.
Have some fucking standards, man.
Yeah, we see this. You know what? This is why I talk about like pattern recognition. Yeah, our fan base are the kind of guys who would go into a dark alley, get robbed in that alley, and then come the next fucking day, the same fucking alley, and
Same
get robbed
alley.
again, man. Because we have that same fucking thing happen every 6 matches.
I'll say it again. I've said it all season. We look good because we have Reece James in our team. He is that important to what we do. The second he came off the pitch, we were fucking atrocious.
Who replaced him, Josh? You replaced him.
I said this
Well,
yesterday.
listen, it doesn't matter who replaces him. You could replace him with Denzel Dumfries. You could replace him with whoever. He is that guy. He's an elite of the elite players. Like he makes our whole team tick.
Josh, say who you think we should buy because you have a really good, really good idea.
Reactive? Or why are they waiting for the Reece to get injured then after that reacting then?
I don't know. They should. That's something they should be. That's something they should be fixing ASAP. I mean, you can't have that level of drop off.
Say who you want because it's a really good idea.
Well, listen, there's a couple, like if you want a couple guys like that you can get real quick for fairly cheap in January, there's Kyle Walker-Peters and there's that dude from Celtic. Like those 2 guys you can get for low prices that are both decent players. Like
Kyle Walker-Peters is good.
Anything outside of that, you're talking like 40, 50 million for a replacement. Denzel Dumfries is going to cost you 40, 50 million. Like if you want a replacement for January, you got to look at the bargain bin, unfortunately.
That guy from Celtic, Juranovic, is literally, as you said, Josh, is a no-brainer. As I said earlier, like they are.
By the way, I rate him. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. I watched him.
I'll say
if the price is 8 to 10 million, you jump on it.
Yeah, they're willing to listen to offers because they've already signed his replacement. They already have his replacement, so it's not like they need to keep him. Like he'll cost, as you said, 10 mil or under. The thing is with like a Kyle Walker-Peters or someone like that, he's going to cost you north of about 15 million because
I'll be 15, yeah. That's the Premier League tax. Well, and here's the other issue with the guy like Walker-Peters. When I was thinking, but sorry, Scott.
But like that Juranovic guy, literally, like that makes so much sense on every level. That is literally, and that's you cannot lose with that.
Right. Go ahead. Well, here's the 2 big differences for me, and this is kind of when I was talking about Walker-Peters, I was thinking about it a little more last night. And if you get a guy like Walker-Peters, you got to switch to a back 3. And I think we'd prefer to stay in a 4. If you go to a 4, Juranovic or whatever is a much better fit because he's a right back. He's an upgraded right back.
I think he plays well at 4 too.
Who, Walker-Peters?
Yeah.
But his game is more suited to like a wing back role of getting forward and that style of play. He's not really like
again, Josh,
a right back.
I repeated earlier again that we need to create a system that doesn't rely on Reece James. Once Reece James come back, the only thing that we can do is that
why don't we just
role.
Hold on a second. The only reason we play good at back 3 is Reece James. So there's no reason to play Reece James without Reece James back 3.
Yeah, that's
Reece James is the only reason we played good at the back 3. We have never played well without Reece James.
No,
back 3.
I'm just saying, Alex. After he comes back, let's say next month in February, like just ease him down, like just restrict his role.
Well, I said this. I said this after the game yesterday.
I'm not going to like this.
I know you're not, but I said this after the game yesterday. And I know I'm in the minority, but I think he needs to shut it down for the season.
Okay, so
have your surgery, get healthy. It's more important. I'll say it like this: and he is the pivotal role to our team. So I understand what it will do to our team, but it's more important that he has a full healthy year next year then he comes back in February for 2 months.
Josh,
I'd rather him have a
my question is
full year of health next season.
It's not even
hold on a
just
second.
year.
That's not it. That's not it. You can't say he needs surgery because nobody said he needs surgery.
He probably needs surgery. If he's
It's
based on
Apparently
continuing
he
to
might
have the same
surgery.
injury
Apparently he might
issue.
need surgery.
Okay.
It's not the high possibility.
Yeah, that's my question. If he is requires surgery, it would have been done a long time ago. The
No, because
problem
Kovacic requires surgery on his knee, and he hasn't had
well,
it yet.
that's apparently you see what I'm saying. Like it depends on what kind of surgery. Is that something significant reconstructive that will take him a long time out of the game?
I don't think it's
Yes.
that. I don't think he needs a full knee reconstruction, but I think
I
he's
don't even know what's
definitely
wrong with
damaged
his
his
knee.
LCL to a point that it needs to be fixed.
Josh, may
It was never reported that his LCL or MCL. It was never reported.
Absolutely,
That.
it was absolutely reported as an LCL PCL injury.
Yes,
absolutely.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Yes, it's
I
an
did not know
LCL,
that.
and they said it's an LCL potential PCL now with the injury yesterday that he's having issues with, which is why he's able to play, because you don't technically need surgery on an LCL unless it's like fully gone. I think even if it's fully gone, you can play without an LCL, but it's painful and it will change the way he plays. So I prefer him just get it fixed. He's
Josh,
that important to our team.
I have to respond now because I've been waiting for this for a day and a half. Jester's not having fucking stream yesterday, and I'm so pissed at him for this because I wanted to talk to Josh about this. Josh, my retort
Why don't you just DM him though?
I DM him like
we talk.
All right, so my response to all this is Reece James will never allow it. He will never allow to be shut down. No way. You see how emotional he is in his responses this morning? He's going nuts not playing. There's no way he would allow
That's my
down. No way.
You see, Carlito, that's my point earlier when I said about what I said about the medical stuff.
Yeah.
When people said that it's not up to man, look, at the end of the day, you go into the player and tell the player, are you going to play? Do you can play? For example, if Potter medical staff said this is this, and a Potter goes to him, he doesn't go to anybody else. He's going to him, and he asks him how you feel, and that's the problem. I know because even John Terry, I remember that. Look, I already said it early in the stream how the usual system works within the club. When somebody gets injured, he goes to the medical staff. Medical staff goes to the manager, and manager makes the decision. With player, not by himself. With player, because some players can actually play with the pain, like Thiago Silva yesterday. Was it up for Potter to sub him? You would think so, but would Potter would Thiago Silva get pissed? Probably, if Potter would have subbed him. Do you see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the player can be stubborn and nothing you can do about it. But I did not know that he had ACL. I did not know that there was a diagnosed his injury. I thought it was a soft tissue injury. I thought there's a muscle on the top of his knee, higher above the knee. Yeah,
it's like, listen, the reason these guys get upset and they react the way they do, it's not because the team is telling them, no, you can't play. It's because they want to be playing and they can't due to their injury. And it's frustrating to continue to get injured all the time, which is why I get you, Carlito. Like, listen, he can tell them, if I'm healthy, I want to play.
Yeah.
And that will continue, and he will continue to have lingering issues the rest of his career. Or he could say, I need to get this fixed, rehab it, and come back stronger and have a long, healthy career. Guys can play through injury. You can't, or through pain. It's hard to play through injury, right? So I'd rather him just get it. I don't care. To me, I think this season is a wash. I don't know what you guys are watching. We're middle of the table. Like, I'm not seeing anything that's showing me we're going to be competing for anything this year. Get him healthy.
Josh, especially if we have a winter transfer market to fix it.
Sure. Yeah, we can get somebody in January, then you absolutely shelve him at that point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Josh, anytime you go under the knife, it's a serious thing. There's no such thing as minor surgery. There just isn't. If you have surgery, that is something that will change you inevitably forever. So I don't know, dude. Surgery should always be like a last resort. If you could do it in a more holistic manner, in a less invasive manner, then I would do that. Surgery, dude, it should always be a last resort. And
Well,
I think
that's
that's what they did
the
that's what they did the last 3 months, and he came back for 50 minutes and got hurt again.
Well,
so
It was unbelievable, by the way. Unbelievable.
yeah, he was great. I don't
he
like.
had the hamstring injury. I don't know how. Again, I don't know that. Nobody knows the depths of the injury. First of all, that depth of the injury did not show me that it's a serious injury. First of all, because the first time he did not request swelling to go down, so there was no liquid into that injury thing, like was with what's his name.
Well, they let him walk around Italy that next day, so it was like
that's what I'm saying. So
and that's why I was seeing the same idiots after the game saying like, "Oh, well, he walked off. Hopefully, he'll be all right." He walked off the first time. He walked around and did a trip around Milan, and he still was out for 4 months. Like, just because you can walk on it doesn't mean it's not injured badly. Like,
what I'm saying is like it's hard to say what depth of the injury. All I can say is it's not going to take 4 weeks. It's going to take longer.
Lewis,
Yeah, definitely.
quick little update. Mudryk, yeah, they want Anthony money for Mudryk. Arsenal is not going to give him for 60.
Good.
Cheapskate.
Good.
Oh,
Shakhtar should get Shakhtar should get whatever they can for him. Whatever they can.
Yeah, and somebody got to pay for the war if he's not fighting.
Yeah, no. Are they gonna? Are Arsenal? Now, if Arsenal do a deal with Shakhtar, are they going to be now suspended for the rest of the year for being part of a war here? Like, are they? Where's that money going? Is it going into an account?
By the way, another thing that people like with that Enzo kid, it's a high. I don't believe anything until somebody lifts the Chelsea shirt, but. Chelsea, one thing that Chelsea always proved me right is we opportunistic club when it comes to buying expensive players. If there's expensive player, if this specific ability to him get now and not later, Chelsea will do it.
Well, if we don't buy him, somebody will, right?
Yeah. So this is
but Alex, you got to explain your point though, because being
well, let me finish, and I will.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
what I'm trying to say is, for example, with Kai Havertz, a lot of clubs were after him, but nobody had the money a specific way because of Corona. Chelsea only one that did it because we had banned from the previous. So we had that kind of money. Otherwise, he probably would have gone to Bayern Munich or Real Madrid the next season.
Sure.
My thing is with Enzo, exactly the same thing. Enzo is interested to go, or what's the name? Man United and Liverpool are really interested in Enzo, but they only can afford it in the summer because of the money transfer thing. You know, like the skip the money side, like every specific amount they can get clear for specific amount of money from the club. Chelsea can do it now. If they will pull it now, they have more chances of him getting from Portugal now than they would do if they were gonna be fighting with two clubs in the summer.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
My retort to that is that if you pay more money just because you have it, I don't consider that to be opportunism. I just consider that to be more wealthy.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Even if with more money, we wouldn't get him Kai Havertz in the summer.
Well, no. What I think, what I do agree with you about is that we're willing to pay more than the release clause, and other clubs are not. This is where we position ourselves to be
again
the guy that buys them. It's because we'll say, all right, we'll pay 10 million more if that makes it not only our player but our terms in how we pay you the money.
No, I don't think it's what it is. I think it's the competition between the other clubs. Man United with Bruno Fernandez and the other Portuguese players in it probably will be what's the name is more for them for him to go to this. Plus, Man United is more richer than us. They can actually outbeat us.
That's not accurate. No.
Well, he's Argentinian too, Alex.
No, United is not more wealthy than Chelsea. No, I'm sorry, that's not accurate. Huh? No, it's not.
Yeah, I'll just pass.
Yeah, they are.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Our backer is clearly a capital of $80 billion.
That's not how it works.
No, you're talking about
what I'm saying
club,
is that is the money.
Owners.
That is the money.
United have more money, but they won't spend it.
I'm sorry, I don't agree. I do not agree with that.
Okay, what I'm saying is that's what I'm seeing. That could be one little plus for Chelsea to sign him in January because Benfica has always been a sell club. It's a fact. So if we have a chance to get rid of him now when he's high 400 mil, I don't want him for 100 mil, but I'm saying like to not compete with the players like with the clubs like Liverpool or Manchester United or even PSG because PSG is in it for him too in the summer.
We just dealt with this same exact scenario 2 years ago with Tchouaméni. Now the price is lower, right? The price is lower for Tchouaméni. It was 40 million at the time, but Real Madrid came and paid 80 or 90. What did they pay? Now that's a lot of money for that player. You think they're regretting it now? Probably not. It's the same thing for me with Enzo. Like the price is what it is right now. Other clubs will pay that to get him if we allow them to do that, or we could just pay it now and buy him ourselves. And the price will be nothing if he turns into be a great player like we all think he will. Nobody will be saying, "Oh, Enzo's awesome." But you know what? We paid like 120 million for him. Like, you'll be saying Enzo's awesome.
Musa Safi's comment is brilliant. Yeah. No.
By the way,
the earlier comment, Alex, you absolutely waffle. I own the Waffle House, man.
Bro,
Come and eat.
Alex, the Glazer family is worth $4 billion. So I'm sorry, they're not more wealthy than the Chelsea owners. They're not.
United as a club are more wealthy because of
wealthy
the other,
than Chelsea.
the other ways
That's not
they get
how it
money.
is. Nobody's paying cash for the players. We pay credits. Man United is going
Once
to get
again,
more credit than
the
Chelsea.
ownership is not more wealthy than Chelsea.
Okay, you're right.
Now, are we talking value of the club, or are we talking money in the kitty? Like
In the piggy bank.
Yeah. They're definitely they're probably for sure a more valuable club, like in the world market.
But there's an argument to be made. They're like the third most valuable club in the world.
Yeah.
Right. But do they have more? Do they have more money per se, like access to more money than us? I don't know if they have access to more money. Maybe.
I think they have access to more money. I think the problem is the problem
That's
it's
the
always
point.
been.
I
Won't
think they have
spend that
access
money.
to more money than us.
Yeah.
I mean,
like,
they spent 100 million on Anthony, and he's absolute trash. He fucking sucks. But they
that's a
spent
different
100 million on
conversation. Conversation is not about that.
But they spent 100 million on the guy. Like, I mean,
that's my point. It's not
nobody
about,
else was going to do that.
Well, about Arsenal about to do it on the.
Josh, you know who the most wealthy, or the team that is worth the most in the world is? Because it's not Dallas. It's the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, you mean like, in the world sports.
Yeah. It's the
Golden State Warriors is the most wealthy club?
Yeah. $7 billion.
Wow. Hold on a second. Man United fans saying that we're gonna sell it for 10 billion.
10 billion? No, I swear it was about 6.
Yeah, probably between 4 and
6.
6.
I don't think we're getting 6. I think we're getting a 4, just maybe 4 between 4 and 5.
Alex, aren't you worried about the price tag of Enzo? Because I've been talking with Josh about this morning. Like, I'm concerned that it sets a precedent that people could take advantage of Chelsea financially because we're willing to pay. I'm concerned about this.
Of course it is, but it's always been concerned. That's always been
listen,
concerned.
you can get taken advantage of for a few million, or you can lose the player. It's up to you. You can wait. You can wait till the summer. You can wait till the summer when there's 4 or 5 teams in on them, and you're definitely not going to win in that scenario. Or you could just get him now and pay more money. Like, it is what it is. Like, I don't like. I'm done. The days of days of penny pinching.
There's a couple of things that benefits with the new owners. Okay, they can take advantage of us, but the new ownership, and I think Enzo's young. I want to say
really young.
21.
21. So if Chelsea owners do the same thing, then 6 plus 1, it's 7 years, and we get him, let's say, for 100 million euros. It's a round-up number, just round that number for the sake of it. He's not going on the higher wages. He's going to earn about 200 to 250K a week. That's not a big deal for a 7-year contract.
Definitely not.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Based on the length of a contract and based on age of it, I think it's a good deal. Based if you look in that way, don't
when
ask me
TV
about
money
how I
goes
rate
up,
the player.
when the TV money goes up, it'll look like a great deal. When the TV money goes up in a couple years to like billions of dollars, 200K a week will look like an amazing deal.
Josh, this is why sports teams are the
Wow,
evaluation
Sky
of
Sports now. Sky Sports reporting.
Enzo?
Josh,
Enzo to Chelsea, yeah.
Okay. One more step and then Alex will believe it.
Sky,
One more step.
Sky Sports is what's making everyone more confident.
No, Sky Sports is not.
But the thing is as well, with the getting taken advantage of, a lot of that came again with the people we had in charge and to do with the transfers and everything from the last regime. I trust that the people we brought in, the likes of Macaulay and the likes of Shields and Edwards, if we manage to get him come the summer,
Imagine
and
Enzo and Lavia.
like I have faith that these guys won't pay over the odds or won't get taken the piss out of when it comes to prices for the most part for players, because these guys, from my memory, didn't have the same thing happen to them at previous clubs. Like they managed to get good deals for a lot of players. Yeah, they would spend big on some players. You know, for Edwards, it was Van Dijk or Alisson, but those guys turned out pretty good, I think. Like, or they spent 50 million for Fabinho.
Sky Sports are
I love that.
Wait, just said,
Monotone.
listen, Chelsea. Oh, Sky Sports just said it. The Chelsea signed the official signed the Fofana, but they put Monaco's defender as his face.
Oh my gosh! Oh my!
Hey, Alex,
they've done it again.
Alex, so let's just make this
Done
proper.
it again.
The actual transfer fee, the actual release clause of Enzo Fernandez is 119 million euros. So we would have to pay 10 more to secure our financial terms.
Well, okay, hold on a second. I don't believe no other country, but they what's the name? But the release clause, but La Liga players. The rest of the countries, the rest of the league can shove it up our ass because there is no such a thing. The only one league that actually respects the buyback clause, and it's La Liga. The rest of them, they change it. It doesn't mean nothing.
Okay, well, remember those words when we actually do pay 120 million euros. Please remember that.
That's not the release clause. That's what they asking for him.
Okay, so this is reported by Standard Sport that Enzo Fernandez release clause is 105 million pounds. A publication. Enzo Fernandez's release clause is 105
Do you know what's the release clause? Carlito, you know what's the release clause? Because if we pay that money, that player's ours. Doesn't matter. Close the paying player's ours. That's what the release clause, and it doesn't work that way.
I'm saying that is the baseline.
Release clauses work a little bit differently. Like that's right. Release clauses do exist at clubs. It's like the problem with release clauses, or what they mean, is that the club effectively has no say. Like if you hit the release clause, or you're like at that point you're just negotiating with the agent and the player.
Yeah.
Like you're right in a sense of like it's what you want from the player, but it's a case of like you can't, if they go for the release clause or above the release clause, you can't say anything. Like at that point, you have no say. Like at
which is why all La Liga release clauses are now like $1 billion, $2 billion.
Exactly.
They thought 200 million would be high, and PSG slapped a check on the desk of Barcelona.
That's also because in La Liga they legally need to include release clauses, so they make them that high, so that no one buys them.
Well,
like,
and
that's a legal requirement. They make them astronomical, so that either no one pays that fee, or if someone does, you're getting a shit ton of money for it.
Yeah,
well, it's one of those things. Like I think it's kind of also depends on how it's written in your contract. Some players request to have a release clause in their contract, and I think if that's why sometimes you'll hear some vagueness about release clauses because they don't know for sure if the player has one in his contract until it's confirmed by somebody. Maybe a reporter gets it confirmed by an agent or something, where they'll say, "Okay, actually, there is an absolute release clause in his contract."
Doesn't release clause in like 2 years?
Who's that?
Holland.
Yeah, he does. Next year, actually, I think.
You're right. It depends on the player. It depends on the club what they want for that structure of that deal. I don't think it's only Spanish.
But that's what I'm questioning. That's why I'm questioning any release clause, because when you hit that release clause, that automatically player it's yours if no other club put it that prices. For example, remember that guy that Rafinha did? We hit the release clause. Why he's not our player?
No, because it's not he's your player. It's you are then able to negotiate with the player.
But that's what I'm saying
but that's the point. Is that the reason he didn't want to join us was because he wanted Barca, but Barca weren't hitting the release clause until they did. And at that point, then he decided to join them. That's the thing. It's like, even if you hit the release clause, all it means is you don't have to negotiate with the club anymore. That's all it means.
That's what I'm saying. But for example, Guardiola's release clause last season was 65. He didn't sign the new contract. He didn't do nothing. Why is his release clause this season is actually 80 to 100 mil now? Where is that release clause came from?
I don't know. Well, in a case like Guardiola, like you'll have a bidding war if 3 or 4 teams are willing to pay his release clause, right? That's the only way you really have a bidding war. And then it comes down to the player. The player will decide, of these clubs, which one do I want to go to? And then sometimes the team, sometimes
Oh, get well soon as well, bro. Get well soon.
Sometimes the club will have to take a lower fee if that player will only go to that club, right? So if 3 clubs pay your release clause and the player says, all right, well, I want to go to Chelsea, and they're like, yeah, but we have more money, we're getting a bigger offer from City, and he's like, I don't care, I want to go to Chelsea. Well, then they're going to have to take that offer from Chelsea if they want anything from for the player. Like, so that's where you'll see like scenarios where, like in the Rafinha situation, we paid more money and Leeds accepted our offer, but Rafinha would not negotiate with our club. So our club pulled our offer, and the only thing on the table was what Barca offered. So Leeds took that. It is what it is.
Unmute yourself,
fam. Sorry. Just reading the comments. That was my bad. Jem's trying to rattle.
Guardiola signed the new deal when?
I think he did, actually.
Really?
This summer. Or just after the window closed in the summer.
Oh, I'll take my L on that.
I think he signed a new deal to get a release clause in it, Alex.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That makes sense. I'm not sure he had one previous. Sometimes a club will use that as an incentive to get you to re-sign. They'll say, hey, we'll give you 3 more years, we'll up your pay, and we'll put in a 60 million release clause for you or something, and that will incentivize them to stay for another year.
That was what was reported, at least, that he was signing a new contract.
Sure.
Like at the end of the summer.
My God, I was arguing with one of the Chelsea fans yesterday about the guy. That Liverpool.
I actually think Nkunku did the exact same thing. I think Nkunku signed a new deal at the beginning of the year too, and that meant nothing really other.
Yeah, Chelsea just like paying.
Hold on a second, Alex. Shut up, Kai Havertz.
Pardon?
Is the GOAT? Oh, another stand. Well.
No. What does that mean? Alex, shut up, Kai Havertz.
He said Kai Havertz is the GOAT. So
no, he's not.
Shut up, man.
So he cannot even put it. He cannot even put it in one sentence.
Yeah, bozo, bro.
Because it hurts his brain. That's all.
Yeah, you know what, bro? I'll help you out. Hold the block. Is what it is.
He can put it in one sentence. He has
Bozo stands can get the fuck out, bruv. I don't care, man. They don't even say coherent sentences, bruv. They can't even write sentences.
I thought I was bad at spelling, man.
At least he was able to type ABC on his name. Fair enough. Have to respect it.
Look, what do you think of that Gakpo guy? Because I don't think he's that good.
I think he's good, but like I don't really understand
why Liverpool needs another striker when they need a midfielder.
They just spent 100 million.
He's not a striker though. That's the thing. That's what.
Okay. Last time I see him play, he didn't play as a midfielder, especially the one that they need.
No, he's not a midfielder. Like he's a winger, but like it just doesn't make sense.
So
like,
where does he fit in their wing? Is he play
he's a left winger? Like he's a left winger. That's the thing. He cuts in from the left. So like it would make sense if they didn't already have Diaz and Jota. Like when all 3 are fit, who the fuck is playing? Like what are they doing? Like they spent big money on Jota.
I think he's gonna play as a centre forward. I think he's gonna play as a centre forward.
He's not a centre forward though. He's not a number 9. So like I don't.
You will see.
He doesn't play as 9 for the Dutch though.
That's for
exactly. He doesn't. He plays as a 10.
But he's the one centre forward for them. He's the main centre forward for them. I think.
Yeah,
well, last time I checked.
He doesn't play as a centre forward.
He's the highest player on that team.
No, he's not. For the Dutch, he's not.
No, he played as the highest up for like the first 2-3 games. But
No,
then he played
didn't.
as a number.
They're normal.
Yes,
The
he
way
did.
they normally play is Depay and Bergwijn as the two strikers, and they play him as the 10. Depay even said in an interview. Depay even said in an interview he likes play. He plays with Bergwijn as a strike partnership. In an interview,
but Bergwijn was on the bench, so
he wasn't for some of the games. Like Gakpo played striker some of the games, yes, but normally he is the 10 for the Dutch.
Okay.
Normally he's the number 10.
Okay. The majority of the games in this World Cup, Gakpo played as a center forward. Majority.
He's not a centre forward though. Like he's a left
I know,
wing.
but
He's
that's
not
what
a
I'm
centre
telling you, and that's what I think Liverpool. That's why I think Liverpool is going to be the reason, because he can drop deep. He can do what's his face name, the Brazilian guy job. I think that's what we get him. You don't think he's going to do it?
No.
Yeah,
he's not going to do that because again, that's not the type of player he is.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
not
Like
a
speaking to
I don't
people
know who
who've
he is. I
watched
watched
him
the World Cup
multiple
and it's
times,
I
like
still think he's shit.
there's like from speaking to people who've watched him multiple times, like this is the thing is that they don't understand him playing as a number 9. Because if you want to play him as a number 9, he's the same type in terms of, like he wants to get in behind. Like if you're going to play him as a number 9, which they've literally got, and they spent 100 mil on the same type of player, like that's like he's either going to be a left wing.
Their last 3.
He's either going to be a left wing for them or a striker. And if he plays a striker, like it's a waste of time because you've already got someone who's going to be a similar profile in him that you spent 100 mil on, and
But
you haven't
that's
got the
my
best
point.
out of
I
it.
don't see
Like,
the point of them signing him.
yeah, no, I don't either. He's a good player, but I don't understand the point of this. Like, I don't understand the point of this.
I don't actually think he's a good player, because if he was a good player, he will be over those starting players that we already have. And I don't think he's benching anybody.
He probably will start when everyone's fit. He probably will start over Diaz, and he probably will start over Jota. But again, that comes back to like, why did you buy those guys? Like, what was
Diaz.
the point?
I'll take Diaz, man. If Diaz on the bench and not happy, I'll take him.
I looked at his last 3 World Cup games. He played the 10 once, and he played as a second striker in the other 2. Him and Depay were up top as a 2, and Klaassen was a 10, and then in the last game he was a 10, and Depay and some other bum were up top.
Bergwijn.
But
Bergwijn is a bomb, man.
It might have been. I don't know. It was
Bergwijn and him started up top as like.
Yeah, but Bergwijn come off the bench. He never started the game.
They started the first game together.
Spink started one.
Okay.
Either way, I don't think he improves
Look,
them.
I'm not saying I'm an expert, Musa. I'm not saying I'm expert on him. I'm just saying the games that I saw, I don't think is it, and I don't think they improved the Liverpool whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't think he improves their team.
I don't think so either. Yeah, that one's.
I think they need midfielders pretty much as bad as we
Alex,
are.
why you argue with these Liverpool fans? Remember with the Darwin
I'm not
Nunes
arguing.
guy?
I'm actually agreeing with him.
How many times did they say Darwin Nunes is going to come? He's going to be as good as Haaland, and now all of a sudden he's like, he needs time.
I still think he's good. I don't think he's the player that we need.
Stupid. He was never going to be as good as Haaland. Like he's not a £100 million striker. This guy's.
But he's not actually
they
the
have the
striker that
narrative
we
that
needed.
They can't have flops. That's
He's not the striker that they needed.
Who's that? Nunez or Gakpo?
Nunez is not a striker Liverpool needed. He's not the couple. He's not a striker that we needed. They literally needed the goal scorer, just like we with Lukaku, and they got themselves a Lukaku. Well, actually, better
I think Nunez.
I think Lukaku's better finisher than him, but the better movement is Nunez.
I think Nunez was probably at his level at the club he was at before Liverpool. Like that was probably where he should be.
You know where's Nunez is gonna do good? I think he's gonna do good in a team like Newcastle. That's when Nunez is gonna do good. Where actual balls through directly to the striker with the open line, because they playing slightly counter attack in Newcastle, but not completely low block. That's where we need. I don't think Nunez know what to do in the constant press of the in the team.
He's just
his shooting is so
his
bad.
shooting he sucks. I agree with
like
you.
Maybe if he's like inside the 6 or something, he can like tap in or head a goal. Like that's maybe where he's okay. But if he's dribbling the ball and trying to shoot on goal, like is not good.
Yeah, he's just shit. This is the thing.
No. I think they threw him to the wolves. I think they spent that much money. How old is he? He's young, right? Am I wrong? He's young.
Yeah, he's fairly young.
Youngish.
Like,
youngish.
But again, like
So-
they just shouldn't have bought him. This whole that whole transfer again was dumb because he's not.
I can tell you why.
The guy, he's not the guy that they thought he was going to be.
This is what happens when the manager signs the players.
Yeah,
we got a Fabrizio tweet on Enzo Fernandez saying Chelsea is in for Enzo with strong interest. Benfica's message is trigger the release clause in the coming days or we will take him off the market. So keep an eye out over the next few days for any upcoming Enzo Fernandez news.
See, that's the type of shit that'll make me just want to put a check right on your desk, tell you to shut the fuck up.
How can they take him off the market if the How can they take him off the market if the market's not open?
Yeah,
right. And if there's a release clause, if I pay that release clause, I don't care what market.
Galib, Newcastle already have a black Nunes. His name is Isak.
Isak's better than Nunez.
Well, here's the thing. I think Isak is not good. I think Isak will do better at Liverpool, and I think Nunes is gonna do better than Isak in the Newcastle, because this is how actually they not match teams that they are. Newcastle need the striker that is a little bit forceful, a little bit physical, and opposite from the Liverpool. You see what I'm saying? Do I make my sense? Did I make my sense?
To be fair, Isak's actually been good for Liverpool. That's not.
Yeah, Isak is very good, man. I think he's better than Nunes.
Well, for me, the strike
is a more complete striker, though.
No,
than,
I'm saying Isak is gonna do better at what's the name at Liverpool, and Nunes is gonna do better than Isak and Newcastle, based on how they play.
For me, if you play striker at Liverpool or City, you really just have to be able to finish. Like, you don't have to do much of anything else, just finish the ball. Like, if you look at Haaland, like, for everything he's doing, he's scoring a fuck ton of goals. But, like, 93% of his goals are, like, from the 6 yards and out, where he's just, like, finishing a ball. Like, he doesn't really do anything. He's not, like, hitting bangers. He's not, like, doing anything special. He just finishes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, listen, he does his job, which is score goals. Like, if you're in those two teams that have, like, that create a lot of opportunities, you really just need to be able to finish. Like, and Nunez cannot fucking finish to save his life, which is
his team
over. No, I can't lie. The way Haaland does what he does is completely.
You guys think Haaland will outscore Aguero?
Haaland, listen, I've watched this guy this guy does. He scores one type of goal, man. One type of goal.
No, he doesn't. Come on, man. Don't disrespect.
Yes, he does. He makes a power run in behind and he finishes. Like, there's nothing special he's doing out, like, finishing wise. He's great at putting the ball in the back of the net, but he's not doing it in multiple ways. He's doing it in one way.
He's doing it. No, come on. He can even dribble. I swear the guy can even dribble.
Get the fuck out of here, dribble, please. Come on.
The guy can even dribble.
Look,
left foot, right foot.
Josh, I think you underestimate Haaland's ability a little bit. Haaland is a player. He's not a dribbler. Whoever said that, I'm not.
No, he's not a dribbler. But
I didn't say he's a dribbler. I said he can dribble.
My biggest thing with Haaland, he can link up, and he can get into the spaces. And he has. About the striker is not only be aware where is this. It's not about awareness. It's more than just to finish it. It needs to be in those positions in the first place and aware how to get in those positions. It's like Drogba. Drogba was never like that player, but he's like he knew where to be. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for me, that's what Haaland is good at.
The biggest thing, I've said this before about Haaland, the biggest thing that separates him from every other number 9 in the world, apart from Mbappe, is his mentality. Like, he has an Ibrahimovic level of mentality, where it's like, you look at Nunez, right? Like, the chances, it was the City game where he missed like 4 chances in the game. You look at Haaland, right? He'll miss the first chance. Bro, he's then scoring the next 3. He doesn't give a fuck. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, literally, his first game, he missed a key chance in the Community Shield. It has not made a difference. He's just come back and smashed the league straight afterwards. Like, and that's the thing. You've got players like Werner and Morata and Nunez who, if they miss their chance, bro, their mentality is in the pits, bro. They're thinking about, oh my God, what am I going to do? Like, they're worrying about everything. They're worrying about their hair. Their shoelaces tied. Haaland does not give a fuck.
Isn't that what separates? Isn't that what separates the elite strikers from the average?
Yes,
exactly.
Exactly.
Bigran's
And
coming.
that's why, for me, Haaland will always be in that level. He might not be technically skilled as some of the other strikers. Like he's not on the level of a Lewandowski and Aguero in terms of technique and all-round player like a Drogba as well. But he will be on their level for goals and achievements and everything because he simply has that elite mentality that no other player in terms of attackers in world football bar Mbappe has. No one has
I'm not saying
I think Vlahovic has it. I think Vlahovic has it.
No, he doesn't.
Vlahovic is not.
No, he's not. No, he
Vlahovic has it.
Scott,
nobody has it now. There's
Scott,
not a player that has it.
He's clearly a great player. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he scores like one type of goal, like maybe maybe two types of goals. But like his goal, a lot of his goals, even this, if you just watch it, you can probably watch him back in a 20-second clip.
He's a poacher, man. That's what
he's a fantastic finisher of the goal. He has 3 assists. Have you seen his
shooting range? I understand
most of his goals are one-touch goals, man.
Look.
Almost all.
I want to address the Big Ron's comment saying everything you said about Haaland, Chelsea that had with Giroud.
Giroud is not even close to Haaland.
But guys,
Giroud, I think Giroud is one of the most underrated players ever existed on the planet. The problem with Giroud was, first of all, he was never a fast player, and second of all, he was never consistent mentality like Scott saying about the game-to-game basis. Giroud was never that serious, which is game-to-game basis. More like Diego Costa, somebody put it earlier in the chat.
Yes.
Haaland is more like Diego Costa, not Giroud.
Also, the thing with Giroud, the reason that he was slightly different is because he was a selfless player. Like you can see it when he plays for France, when he plays, like he cares more about what he does for the team rather than himself.
Exactly.
Haaland's not that. Haaland wants to help the team, obviously, but he cares more about, like, I'm going to score 4 or 3. What was the game where he scored in and he said he had a shit performance? I can't remember what game
Josh,
it was.
take care.
Hat-trick. See you, Josh.
I think he scored like 1 or 2 and then literally in the interview said, I played shit.
No, he's got a hat-trick. He's got a hat-trick and he said he played shit.
Yeah, it was a hat-trick. I remember that.
That was so funny.
Like that.
The mentality, I get what you're saying.
I don't know Vlahovic. I didn't watch him.
Vlahovic hasn't got the same thing. Like he is a good striker, but he's not got.
I will
the same
take Vlahovic though.
Mentality. He's a good player.
I will take Vlahovic. He's the one that he's kind of like Giroud player. He's not that technical though. Giroud is better technical player.
Who? Wait, who? Oh yeah, for sure.
I'll take Vlahovic now at Chelsea. Yeah, good. Stay on mute there, Lewis. You don't make no.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I was saying I don't think he's got the link-up play, but I think he's got the other attributes on him, and he's also got the build to be able to.
Yeah, nobody, and as a 9 beats the link-up of a center forward like Giroud and Benzema. Those two are elites now.
What we need, I think what we need is obviously we have Nkunku. I think what we need is Osimhen alongside Nkunku.
By the way,
those two.
There's a Chelsea fan said that Nkunku is not as good as Gakpo.
What? They're not even the same type of players.
They're not, but it's.
I know, but that's what I heard yesterday.
That's so stupid.
But that's
this guy got 50.
Everything is.
That's a Chelsea fan.
I was about to say. I thought you said Chelsea fan. Yeah, but that's because they're stupid.
It's a Chelsea fan.
No, Nkunku's better. Nkunku's more mobile. He creates better.
But again, they're not the same player.
And they said that Felix is worth 80 million. We need to go get it. Oh my god.
I don't understand.
Bad takes Chelsea. Is that him? Bad takes Chelsea?
No, it's my friend. I'm not gonna put his name because he usually good in his analysis, but those two are just.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to ask this question. Yeah, who you guys taking, Felix or Leao?
Leao.
What is that even question? I have.
Not because I've been seeing some Chelsea fans arguing.
I haven't watched Leao that much. I'm saying I'm not his biggest fan, but I'm definitely not Felix guy. So I'll take my grandma over Leao or over Felix.
You don't have to even watch them that much. Like Leao is different. Like Leao is another player that he's very rare.
It's not even that. It's like regardless of how they are as players, like positionally speaking, we've literally already got 2 guys that are either false 9s or 10s.
He's exactly what Havertz is.
But
he is. No.
But that's the
Havertz
thing.
is
Like,
what we
I
expected Felix to be.
think Felix is better than Havertz, right? But positionally speaking, you're right. Like, positionally speaking,
the other way
you could
around.
put him, Havertz, and Nkunku all in the same bracket. Bro, why am I getting another guy that I've already got two of that I can't tell whether he's better than either of those two? I'll go and get the guy who we need and who is better than what we have in the same position. Like I don't understand.
Felix should only be signed if Havertz leaves.
Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
Was
Thank you.
Nkunku
Exactly.
confirmed
Doesn't
by
make
the
any
club
sense.
already? Was Nkunku
Yes.
confirmed by the
If
club?
we
Yeah,
have
he's
Felix on
confirmed.
loan, if we have Felix
No,
on loan,
confirmed by the
don't play
club,
them
I think.
together and just have them both compete against each other. Whoever wins, you keep. Simple as. Sell the loser.
I don't think we'll get much for Kai Havertz. So what's the point of selling him
Yeah, probably
if
won't.
we bring in 80 million Felix?
Well,
he's gone.
I mean, you can make 50 million of it first. Yeah, and
Yeah.
You're
again,
not making
we'll just have
15
to
million. You adding 30 to the price, and you get the
so
pretty much
30
same
mil of our
player.
own money, 50 million of Havertz being sold to potentially another club.
I could see Havertz go
And we have
to
a better
Atleti,
player.
and we get
Hold
Jao.
on a second. First
can
of
see
all,
that
there is not a big gap. Stop lying. There's not a big gap. That's number one. Number two, we paid 70. They asked for 80 for Felix.
Okay.
So 70 plus 80 is, let's do
Another
the
10.
math.
Another
What?
10. Another 10.
What's another 10?
70 plus 80. I thought you meant the difference between 70 and 80. Okay,
70
so
That's
plus
150, isn't it?
150.
Right.
Yeah. Minus 50. How much we in the depth with pretty much the same player?
100, but we're debt free. So
Oh, you're going based off old regime. I'm saying how much we paid for what's his name?
yeah, but like that doesn't matter because that was
Havertz.
under the old regime.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter. To be fair, I don't really.
Well,
want to
it
bring
is
that up.
matter if I'm gonna spend any player anything, why would I make like this much jump over one player than other? By the way, I don't think it's that much jump. I actually think Felix is worse than Kai Havertz. But let's move on. And another thing, why if I'm get rid of Kai Havertz, Felix is not the answer.
No, I feel like
might have better output. Again, depends on how they perform if Felix comes on loan. Because I think that's the only way
feel
we
like
get.
this
I don't
is
think we'll
all.
sign him immediately.
I feel like Felix is what we expected Havertz to do. Do you get? But
Yes, yeah.
yeah, exactly. Is what we expected Havertz to be. Nothing more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we bring them, don't play them together. Play them against each other and see.
Hold
who
on a
performs
second.
better.
You just said that Felix is what we expected Lukaku.
Havertz. Havertz.
No.
not Lukaku.
Felix, level of Felix now, it's what we expected Kai Havertz to be?
Literally.
Get the fuck out of here.
What do you mean, like?
I don't want that. Imagine thinking Felix is the answer in this position.
No, I never said he's the
imagine
answer
thinking
all my
keeping
days, my
Havertz is
guy.
the answer.
No.
I never said he's the
no,
answer.
Andrew, you know me. I'm not saying
I
that.
know you.
I'm
I'm
saying
messing.
if we're selling German bum, why do I need a Portuguese bum? Why do I not get somebody better?
I'm not
say
repping
bums,
any
you
of
know,
them,
it's
to be
not
fair.
really-
I'd rather
people
do.
say bums,
I don't want any of them.
Like
I want
Liao.
Liao. Yeah, I want Liao. I
Liao
don't want
up
any of
top,
them.
I'd
That's
back.
fair.
I'd back that.
No, like again, he's
really?
another one. Like he's
Why
another
on
one.
top?
Like
He's a
Gakpo
winger, bro.
thing.
Why?
Just play him where he's meant to play.
Supposed to
Like
play, yeah.
I thought we were talking about.
By the way, we didn't talk about Cucurella, man, who finally played.
Oh, he was
left
brilliant.
back. He had a very
Oh,
he
yeah,
had a
he,
good
he
game.
was amazing. He was amazing.
But
It was like his
Amazing,
debut.
amazing when players play in the
I have
natural
another
position, they play
point.
better.
I have
huh?
another
It's
point.
amazing, man.
Please. For that 80, right? Okay, so 80 for that 80. Do you think? I actually think what's his name? The bum from Crystal Palace is better than him, than Felix.
Zaha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll take
but
Zaha
Zaha's an
on
old
3.
man, though. Zaha's an old man, though. That's
Nah,
the
dude,
difference.
stop that. Why are you even comparing
Is your
them?
age,
Exactly.
Kai?
No, he's
Look,
not my age, bro.
No, please tell
He
me.
is.
Please
Andrew,
tell me.
you
for
have no right to
Chelsea,
talk about any age at all, bro.
please
Stop
tell
it,
me
man.
for Chelsea, who's better, Zaha or Felix?
Neither.
I don't know.
for what position?
For Kai Havertz, if we sell Kai Havertz.
Felix.
Felix, he's more
Felix,
natural.
100%.
Zaha. Yeah.
Why are you even comparing them? That's like saying you take Messi over Mbappe right now. Would you?
No,
No,
that's
that's
not nothing
not.
like
No,
making
no. The
Mbappe
problem
Messi
here is not
Mbappe.
it's not who's
Nothing like
better.
that, bro.
It's the fact of like the better comparison is
For
Zaha
the
or
team.
Liao.
position.
Donald, thank you for changing the Cho. Bring Cho back. Thank you, bro.
Also,
man.
this is a horrible take, but we'll move.
You've
Bring
done
Joe
good, man.
back, bro.
What is it?
Bring Joe back.
Oh,
Bring him back where,
Bring
bro?
Joe
To the
back.
bench?
He's coming back. He's coming back. Don't worry. He's coming back.
No, it's this club had any
no
kind of
way,
dignity.
no
he
way.
wouldn't.
Let's go.
Oh my
None,
God.
bro. Oh my days.
Why did you give me a Tourette?
But midfielders, yeah, midfielders. If we do get Enzo and we do get another midfielder, 2 or 3 midfielders have to go.
Yep.
Yeah,
They are
Jorginho's definitely
going.
leaving now.
They are going.
Jorginho's definitely
I'll say that the 2 that probably go, or the 2 I'd say are
Jorginho,
the
Kante.
likeliest to go right now, I'd say are Ruben and Kante.
Galib, 100%. Zaha is better than Felix.
But you guys don't think that one of the youth players would want to leave, like Ruben or I think guys will stay here no matter what.
The two most likely to leave as of this moment in time, I think, are Ruben and Kante. But come a week's time, it could be Kante and Jorginho. Like that's just
What's
my
the
opinion.
market for Ruben? There's no market for him.
Bro,
I think there is. I think in the Premier League there is, again, because of the homegrown thing. Like like you're not going to get a lot, but I think considering his age and considering
teams, Scott,
like
the newly promoted teams.
I could see Palace making a move from him depending on what other midfielders leave, or like I could see Everton maybe making a move depending on it. Like
Ruben's on 150, so is he going to leave that contract for something lower?
He's not playing for Chelsea. He should. With will he? That's a good question.
Ivan Toney is not going to play a game for 2 years. So
I love Ivan Toney, man. I would love that guy.
I will like Ivan Toney, actually. I start actually put more respect on this guy's name.
Bro, he plays like an Argentinian striker. I was surprised.
Oh, he's a beast. I can't lie, he's a beast.
So I wasn't impressed with him in the beginning when they got promoted last year, but now. But he's gonna get banned for. So
to be fair,
we'll
Scott has been picking him up for like 2 years now. So
yeah,
Scott,
it did.
Take your flowers, Scott. Take your flowers, bro.
Also, Scott was saying that the best left back in the world was Enzo Fernandez.
So best left back,
wing back, best left wing back.
Was who?
What's that Arsenal? What that AC Milan player?
Theo
Hernandez.
It's Theo, bro.
Theo Hernandez.
Hernandez.
He is. He literally is.
Okay.
He's not the best wing back in general. He's probably the best left wing back.
Okay, left.
It's him or
the
someone
World
else.
Cup and
Someone else I was
yeah.
thinking of.
No. I remember you saying that we should have bought him, and I forgot how much money they wanted for him.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, but I don't want that bomb. The way I looked at him in the World Cup, the way I looked at him when we played against him, I don't want no bomb.
He's good, man. Bro, I was surprised about the Enzo deal, man. But I would love Enzo. He's the 21-year-old that I think, 100 million is good for him. Because the way he played for Argentina, man, he is fucking class.
Yeah,
he would be very good
you
for
see,
Chelsea,
that's the World Cup thing.
I don't think it's the World Cup
I'm
thing,
more
though,
interested how he plays in Benfica than how he plays at the World Cup.
A lot of people are saying he's brilliant for Benfica as well, man. The clubs, there have been clubs who wanted him. Liverpool wanted him before the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. Liverpool actually did.
Look, you should ask me, the last person, how good the players are from different leagues, because I don't watch them. When you mention the player, I go on YouTube and I'm look at the YouTube highlights.
What do you think about the
Monaco? It's a
Monaco
basic eye test for me
when
I watch him on the YouTube.
Yeah, you're still like.
Please don't watch comps, man. It's why people think Dembele's a good player. Please don't watch comps. Just
wait, which Dembele?
The one for Barcelona.
Man, Government, you're an idiot.
Not Enzo.
Government is an idiot, bro. Government, you're an idiot, bro. Just because I don't rate shitty youth doesn't mean I don't rate any youth, bro.
Well, with Enzo though, I think people think he's a 6, and for me, I want Enzo and Rice because I don't think Enzo is the answer.
Rice
that we need.
I tell you what the World Cup made me realize more is, especially the final, is I think Enzo can be a lot more physical and a lot more in your face than people realize. Like I didn't think he was that type of player, but the final of the World Cup,
what do you think?
He was.
He bullied that France midfield. He bullied that France midfield. Nobody want to talk about it. And these France midfielders are huge, man. And he bullied them.
No, France weren't even doing anything that game. I can't even use that
But
game
France,
in context.
France doesn't
No,
even
you can't.
have proper
They weren't doing nothing.
No, they didn't play.
First half, they weren't doing shit.
No. I don't say Enzo is the key reason the midfield was lost. There's a couple of reasons why France did not play well, but there's not only because of Enzo. One of them, yeah, he's one of them. But I think the aggression from the completely all of Argentina team.
They wanted it more.
They
Yeah,
wanted
they
it
just
more.
wanted it more.
The aggression from the whole team was there.
Yeah, but wanting it more without your talent, you're gonna go nowhere, man. They won the World Cup because they had a good team.
No, it's a game about the 11 players, not about the one individual. Which
Yeah, I know,
literally
but
what happened in France.
But you can't say they just wanted it more, but they also had a good team. If they only wanted it more and they didn't have a team, they end up like Chelsea at 8th. But they're a good team. That's why
Chelsea
they're
doesn't
still a
even
good team.
want it either. Talking about.
Kai, nobody's saying that. What? Of course you can't be a bum team and to reach World Cup final. That's not what I'm saying. You have to be a decent team to get to the World Cup in the first place.
I know, but saying they only wanted because they wanted it more, it's not right, Alex. I just don't agree. I think they were other than the Saudi Arabia game.
We are critiquing one game, final, not the whole stage. Because if you're asking me, they did not play. The couple of penalties was sketchy. They give it to them. That we can debate that they even get there. But I'm talking about specific game, which is the final. And the final is actually proven that they are more wanted. They're more aggressive on the ball. They're more determined on the ball. They're going for every 50-50.
Okay, but isn't that the midfield's job to go like harder on the ball?
No, it means that Messi is not walking on the pitch. Messi was actually running. Messi was actually showing defensive in
but it's not only
defensive
Messi,
zones.
What?
I'll move.
Yeah, but you're saying Messi wasn't walking the pitch, but you said before that, prior to that, you said it's not only one player, but he literally was very good with the team.
I was just telling you that the whole
tournament.
team was pulling the weight, including Messi, which I didn't see Messi defend in his life. I saw Messi track back. That's how much it showed me that they wanted more. Do anybody understand what I'm trying to say? Or
I understand you. I understand you.
Yeah, because I just think Kai is a moron, but I just want to see. I want to make sure that everybody else is.
No, I understand you, but still, I think he's a very good player, man. And you can watch like 2 games from him and see how good he is
okay,
on the ball.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I just say I'm not disagreeing with you. I don't watch the guy like every day in the Portuguese league. I'm just saying that specific final, it wasn't only because of Enzo. It was actually, I was surprised how good Argentina team was. And if you remember, me and Scott said it before the World Cup started that Argentina has a good team. They have a good team, not the good thing. And I think the reason why I was actually telling them that it could be Argentina in the final, it's because the new manager start to make him play as a team, not just play for Messi. Remember that conversation, Scott? I was cutting.
I think so. I just remember it like in past years that they literally used to be they were an 11 of individuals. You had like Higuain playing or Aguero playing like with Messi or with Di Maria, and it just nothing meshed. Like it didn't look like it clicked. Like they were playing like a team. Like they played really well in the final.
Really well. I was surprised.
With the Enzo signing, I just think it makes sense. He's.
By the way,
there's some things that I just think it makes sense.
They played 2 in the pivot, and for Argentina, is he's the one that sit in the deepest?
I think he did end up in the final. He did, which I was surprised about because I thought it'd be Paredes that did.
I think more than not.
It was more to do with the tactics. To be fair, but I don't think that's really his position.
Well, he's a lot more aggressive than Paredes, though.
Well, that's the thing about
Enzo.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. That guy is like always get the red
Paredes
cards
is
and
literally
everything.
the most aggressive player on that football pitch, apart from maybe Romero.
Human defender. What's his name?
Romero.
No. The other guy that Manchester.
Otamendi.
Those two, I thought they're gonna have a red card this World Cup.
Yeah.
How they
should
it,
have.
I have no idea.
Exactly, it's rigged.
Acuna is
rigged,
another one.
But let's not get there.
No, the whole Argentinian team is actually Argentina always had those aggressive players. It was only Messi, the pussy one.
That's just South America. South Americans are aggressive.
No, not South America. The actual Argentinians.
No, but like I'm saying, like the way South Americans play football, like if you watch the Copa America, they're very aggressive.
Yeah, they produce the best strikers in the world, man, on average. I think they have very, very good attackers.
Right, big up Samuel saying Benfica say that trigger his clause in the coming days or will take him off the market for January. We did bring this one up, but again, we'll play it by ear over the next few days. We'll see what happens with Enzo Fernandez. There are other clubs interested in him as well, so it isn't just going to be Chelsea as well.
I agree with that statement, Jose Miguel.
But we'll see. We'll see. Appreciate the donation, bro.
I think the reason Argentina won the World Cup is because they did not put everything on Messi. That's what actually proved me. And Messi played as a player, especially in the final.
They won the World Cup. They won the World Cup because they make changes after the Saudi game. They bought Enzo. One of the changes, Enzo Fernandez.
Yep.
They
bought in
dropped
McAllister.
Lautaro Martinez. They dropped Lautaro Martinez. Played the Man City kid, and they made some extra changes. That's what.
I was going to say their three main changes were Alvarez, McAllister, and Enzo Fernandez, and they paid off.
And another thing, what I'm actually crediting this World Cup to is more than it's not Messi won a World Cup. Messi is one of them, but the manager, what he did was brilliant in the final, and nobody's recognizing this until still. The reason why they won. He actually made one specific change, and I've been saying it and I'm saying it again. Di Maria. He benching Di Maria before that, but he said he's like, you know what? I'm not going to be responding to how the other players play on the French team. I'm not going to be responding to, what's his name? Mbappe and Griezmann. I'm going to put my guy and see if he can actually outplay his guy on the same side. Did anybody see Dembele playing against Argentina high up the pitch? No, because Dembele had to do stuff that he didn't like to do, which is actually cover Di Maria. And Di Maria is hard to cover. That's one brilliant sub that he did. Not sub like a starting lineup. That's what actually helped him. And
I swear he started the game, Di Maria.
He started, but he did in the beginning. No. I'm saying in the final. I'm saying like that's what he did.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying
is that what you're saying? Okay.
No. I'm saying that he started as a player because the previous games he wasn't the starter. That's what I mean, subbed. He actually started him in the final because he wasn't starting him before, and I think that's what actually changed.
Oh no, he was injured before the final. He got injured.
No, he was. That was not an injury. He could have played.
He didn't play that.
He was on the bench,
and he benched him. No, but Alex, to that point though, I think Dembele was absolute garbage the whole tournament, and I was critical.
I don't think he was.
Dembele
he had a bad final though. The final was
bad final. He's not a bad in the game. And
that final was the worst final you could actually.
That's
ever
what
play.
That's what I'm crediting to that Di Maria start. Because
I agree with you.
He did not let Dembele couldn't do shit. He had to go back.
That's where I kind of disagree. I think Dembele was terrible all tournament, and I was surprised that he even started. And I think Deschamps just kind of trusted him. As soon as that Kolo Muani guy came on, that guy actually causes problems. I remember watching it at Frankfurt. He's actually a striker, and he causes so many problems.
You know who changed the game for France?
That guy,
What's
right?
the name? Midfielder that went to left back. Because guess what? Camavinga.
Yeah, he was
all of a sudden Dembele. All of a sudden, what's his name? Could go up high on the field again.
I can't lie. The guy who replaced Dembele changed the game.
Kolo Muani, bro. He changed the game for
me. Yeah. I'm not saying
that's the guy who changed the game.
He should have started. I think he would have had a different France if he would have started that game, instead of Dembele. Dembele didn't.
I don't think result would have mattered. I think at the end of the day, Argentina was going to be wrecked to. I think Argentina. Anyway, but what a final! Best final I've ever watched. One of the best finals to watch as a game. It was.
It was a very good World Cup, man. I don't think I've seen one better.
World Cup was really good, but atmosphere in Russia was better.
Oh yeah, for sure. This one was weird. A winter
Says
World
the
Cup,
Russian man.
Definitely.
I'm not Russian. I'm American.
So the next tournament,
I'm gonna identify next World Cup.
I identify as Batman from now on.
Yeah. Kai, where are you gonna watch the World Cup? Are you gonna come to visit me? I'll teach you how
The
to
US and the
shoot.
World. I might come, man. If I'm still alive, of course. You know, with my life, you never know. But
I was
if I'm still
literally,
alive, why not,
literally
man?
clearing the woods for the hunting season, so the deer comes to my backyard.
I thought you said you're gonna hunt the tourists, man. You've cleared the that
Green,
transition.
green
is hard
card
to
come
do.
through. Whose green card? Big Ron, you got a green card? I don't know what's the green card. I have a passport.
He thinks your green card came through.
Oh, you think I get a green card? No, man, no.
Do they still do green cards?
Yes.
Of course they do. Every country has a green card.
Well, no, Europe is blue, man. It's a blue card in Europe.
Well, they just color it, but there's a certain type of
They
green
just
card.
color it. No, they just.
Yeah. Ask Fatur what kind of card he has to live in England.
But no, Fatur
Fatur has the OnlyFans card.
Fatur is on a student visa, bro. He's still on a student visa. Student privileges, man.
Right. We'll probably wrap up the stream here. It has been 2.5 hours. I need to lie down. Big up everybody that's locked in. Like,
2.5
subscribe.
and
We'll
1
be
minute.
back tomorrow, probably with some more transfer news to check it out. And yeah, big up everybody. Up the Chelsea. And
Mountain Havertz are so trash.
what he said. Hold that
Nah,
stand.